Gravy gang! What is going on, guys? Happy Gravy Day. It's that Pass the Gravy podcast, episode 515 with Alex, Pat, and Bobby Jokes. Back at it again. And guys, what the fuck is going on? Welcome back, fellas. Happy Gravy Day.
Happy Gravy Day. Happy to be here. Love you, Robert.
Back. Love
It's
you,
all
Robert.
yours. Thank you, guys. I'm over here watching the PlayStation showcase that I mentioned last week.
Right. So you're gonna have to keep us out, like break in if there's anything crazy that happens.
I'll do what Pat does and like breaks news that people already know about.
Like
It's
yeah,
breaking
like
to
Astros.
us.
We were,
Like,
we
what
were
do you-
joking that
You want us to
because
just
of,
not be in the loop?
we could also just keep up with it on our own computers too. Like usually during a game, like we probably all have the scores up.
Eh.
But like, I mean, people have said like it is funny when you break in, you're like, yes, so and so just did this, and they're like, yeah, that happened yesterday.
I bet there's at least one time that someone was like, oh, fuck, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, they probably didn't because at the time they're listening, that game's long done usually.
I bring the passion. What can I tell
No,
you?
you do bring the passion. But yeah, Robert, please break in if there's anything crazy that happens. If PlayStation, was it supposed to be new games or new console? Is that what they're coming out with?
New games.
Both new games.
Mhm.
Looking forward to that. Fuck yeah, dude. I was talking to somebody today before I left work, and it was just somebody I ran into the hall, and they were talking about going to a sound bath today. And I had to, I was like, what the fuck is a sound bath? Seemed like they said it confidently. So it was like, this seems like something that they do and that is like a regular thing to them. So I don't want to make fun of it right off the bat. I didn't know this person too well either. So I was just kind of like making conversation. So then I was like, what the fuck is a sound bath? And got in the elevator, and it's like basically just like a meditation that they use those like bowls that like I think the Buddhists use, that they go boom, boom. It's like that, and they just sit in a room and have like vibrations. The sound bathes them. Sometimes they lay in water, they said, or the website said. Basically, I read a Wikipedia page, is pretty much what it was. And then I was like, is it good for you? And it said that it can help reduce stress, and that some people say it's good for your health, but then others were just like, yeah, there's no real proven benefits of it, but some people say it helps them. And I was like, this sounds like those float tanks that people go in, but not as cool.
Change the name. Don't call it a fucking sound bath. Because I guarantee if I just finished mowing my yard, you don't want to be side by side next to me in a sound bath. It's not going to fucking clean me, and it ain't going to make me smell better. And that's what baths do. They wash off all the stank.
I don't think that it was supposed to like clean you.
That's what I'm saying.
To, like,
I just changed the
relax
name.
you. But a sound bath sounds cool. I had just never heard what it was, and I was like, is that like an album party? Like I work at a radio station, so like maybe that means like an album release party. It's a sound bath, and that's what the kids are calling it these days. You know, like Jungle Juice or just Trash Can Punch. They were like, it's a Borg.
Sound
like
bath.
They come up with their own names for these things. They're like, no, that's already been a thing, but we're just gonna call it something else. So like sound bath seems like it's a listening party.
It sounds like it would have been a competitor to Napster and fucking Kaza. Like, no, dude, I use sound bath.
Oh yeah,
that's what it sounds like.
Yeah. How would you spell sound bath like weird though?
Oh no, you wouldn't.
No, it'd be SOUNDBATYH bath. Yeah, it'd have some like weird spelling where it's like, all right, it's edgy.
Maybe two A's. Sound bath that way, and they have like a cute fucking lamb. A lamb is like the logo.
Yeah, I could see that. Like that'd be a cool app logo.
Or maybe put like an umlaut over the fucking O. You know, there's like two little dots. Sound bath. It's like it's fucking from Norway.
It's foreign. Yeah, you wouldn't get it. It's classy.
All that's on there is like Enya.
That's what I imagined when like I heard sound bath. But like I'd like to think that like we could be a sound bath. Just like turn the light off in a room, just sit there, close your eyes, and turn us up.
Also, I don't want to do
bowls with you. Have bowls too. Like have something that vibrates, but like it doesn't necessarily have to vibrate. It just sits there, and you're just like, and let us bathe over you. Bathe in the Pass the Gravy.
here's my problem with it is I don't want to do an activity where it's supposed to relax me with vibrations of sound. I feel like if it does its job, it's just getting me hard in a random room that I can't do anything with it. I'm just like, oh, sweet. Now I have a boner and I have to walk past the front desk leaving. Not really a chill experience for me.
Because it would get you relaxed.
Well, I feel like if it's sounds and vibrations that are doing it, and I'm just laying there still with my eyes closed and just, I feel like if it actually gets me relaxed, I'm just gonna get hard.
I feel like I don't get hard when I get relaxed. Like when you're aroused, you get hard. And it's like when people talk about massages, they're like, well, you're supposed to get relaxed there. It's like, but it's usually like because there's touching around you that maybe that gets you aroused. It's like when you're relaxed, I don't think you're aroused.
But if it's sound waves and vibrations that are doing it, because you're gonna feel it, it's like it's through your body. Like that means, you know what's a part of my body? My testicles. And if they're being tickled by sound waves, probably gonna get me going.
I mean, there's no way we know because we haven't done this yet. But somebody that's been to a sound bath, let us know. Also, feel free to just, if you're sitting in a room, turn the lights off and just turn us up as loud as you can. We'll be a sound bath. Let us know if you've used us as a sound bath. And if you listened to us in the bath, we are a sound bath. If so,
that's actually, I like that idea where we do ASMR videos, but we just take all of our end clips.
Yeah.
Like, I wish I had some written down right now that would be like a good example of something that we've said.
Usually really inappropriate things. Yeah.
Yeah, it pounded me right in the ass.
Right in the ass.
Like, that just sounds like some random clip that would have been taken out of context. And we just read those in a soft voice.
I like it.
Really bent me over the sink on that bit. Like, oh, well, it wasn't me. So now I feel good.
Yeah, so sound baths. That's the thing I learned about today.
I don't like them. Don't like it.
It sounds cool, but yeah, I feel like it does feel like it'd be cool to like have a sound bath. So like I don't know how much like bowls like that work. Robert, I saw you got some new bowls, so you should actually. We also got you some bowls. I think Raimundo brought you some. We use those. We could maybe make sound with them. It seems like one of those things like was it Daryl said on the office, like this seems like something that white people with dreadlocks do. Like this seems like something that white people with dreadlocks would do. But what do those people also do? They pay an exuberant amount of money to go sit in like a what are those like rock crystal rooms that they go sit in that they sell. They're like pink rocks that people have lights in it. I know what they're called. I can't remember the name of it, but it's like some like
it's called bullshit.
Well, something, but yeah, basically. But like you can go sit in a room where it's like covered in these, and it's like it's good for you. But you can also get like they charge you a lot of money. We should just do this and like come to the Pass the Gravy sound bath. It's $50 a person, and like people will be like, "This is good for me." And then like you'll have regulars, and we're just making $50 a head to like Robert, here, take this like gong and play it, and Robert's just like
the whole thing. This is what the sound is. It's just a cut up of Robert going pew 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 pew.
It's just sound effects from the podcast, and then we'll have that week's episode on like low. We'll have that like lowly just be playing that.
You drop the levels and turn it real slow, so it's just everything is like this. Well, yeah. That would relax me.
Yeah,
I'd happily get hard to that.
$50 a head. The Pass the Gravy sound bath gonna open soon. We just gotta find Robert. Can you look up some like real estate locations or something like spaces for rent? Just put it in like an office building. One of those, just like we can rent a small little space. We'll do it every we'll like 30-minute sessions, $50 a head. I feel like we could make some bank doing that.
I'm pretty sure the old location of the restaurant is still empty and gutted, so we could fucking work with that. Now the AC isn't great in there, but we'll just be like, holy heat is part of it.
Yeah, I was gonna say
bathe in the coolness of the sounds.
That our old office is still vacant, I believe.
Ooh, we could do that.
I mean, we could probably break in there and they won't even notice us.
I do have a key card still.
I have a brick. That's not true. I don't have a brick.
It works.
It does it. Will it still work?
It should. And the key card was never really my key card. It was somebody else's key card so like it won't register under my name. That's what I'm also saying.
Okay, so I'm back in on that idea.
That. If it works. Because there's a good chance it probably doesn't. But also, they wouldn't have if they were trying to deactivate my card and it wasn't under my name. Then who knows?
I'm in.
You're onto
I'm in for an
something there.
adventure.
All right, yeah. So $50 a head, PTG sound bath. We're gonna be rich. That's a pretty good get rich quick scheme, man. You just gotta find people that are looking to do that and be like, all right, we're in on this.
All you need is a chair and like 3 fucking Bose speakers.
Exactly.
Hell, we can even use my JBL. That thing fucking has so much damn life.
Just get Bluetooth speakers. That's all we're doing.
Yeah,
this is the weirdest sound bath ever. You just gotta hope people hadn't been to a bunch of sound baths before they come over.
No, because they'll probably this is a way cooler sound bath.
Right. Also, what before we move on, I am since nobody wanted to do a Passive Gravy women's WNBA fantasy basketball league, I'm doing one right now, and I have a draft that starts in 3 minutes and 30 seconds. And so I will be drafting during the podcast. I'm going to draft like I would have anyways, where I will just look at people I know's name, and then we'll pretty much auto draft the rest of the way.
Dude, if you don't draft Elena Della Don, you're just a scrub.
I'm taking Brittany Griner if I have first pick. There's no chance. I'm not taking Brittany Griner. She had like 9 blocks the other day. She should have been a comeback kid. Fuck.
Well, hey, there you go. That's our talking
Early
WNBA
for the year. Kid. Brittany Griner. I did have an idea I'd like to bring by everybody. I feel like this is a TV show that we haven't had, but we have had. But it's a little spin on a TV show we've had. It's called Battle Cops, and it's basically just cops, but you have to battle rap the cops when they try to arrest you, and you get off if you beat the cop.
So you have to commit a crime for the cops to come arrest you?
Well, no, it's just like
rap at them.
Like you're not doing it to get on the show. You're committing your crime, and they're like, "Hey, you stole this car. You're under arrest." And it's like, "Whoa, wait!" And then they have the beatboxer be like, and the cop has to lay down some fucking just freestyle, and then the criminal, I mean, he's thrown off his game. I would say the cops always have the advantage in this. They're going to probably be doing the battle rapping more, but the criminal, you want to get out of jail, bro, or ma'am, here's your shot. Like the cop goes first, then you gotta go back and you get a couple rounds. And then I think the people around wherever it is get to judge.
I think this could help with equity as well, because we're probably going to see a lot less white people getting away with crimes then. Like, you got one. Okay, I said a lot less. There's exceptions.
Malibu's Most Wanted.
Okay, for every
Little
Eminem
Dicky.
and B Rabbit and Dickie and Jack Harlow, there's a million white kids rapping at a high school party right now.
Mac Miller.
Yeah.
Post Malone. We're crushing it right now so far.
You know who I remember being the best of the people that would just freestyle at parties? John Joffrey. And he wasn't very good, but he was the best that we had. And even his ass would have gone to jail if he had to battle rap a cop.
Good.
But he really wasn't. I
believe we have a John Joffrey rap that I may find and try and throw in.
He was good in the context of a bunch of upper middle class white kids. That's what he was good in the context.
But just like, do you know how electric it would be if it's like, shit, dude, this guy just stole a car, and you're like, fuck. He's like under arrest, and that guy has no idea that he's on Battle Cops. It's like Cash Cab, where like, you didn't know you got in the Cash Cab, or they created the illusion that you didn't know you got in the Cash Cab, and they're like, what? I was just going across town, and now I get to answer trivia questions for money? This is crazy. And it's like, shit, dude, I was just trying to steal a car. Now I'm caught. I thought I was going to jail, but now I can rap my way out of this situation. And it's a battle rap.
I would be like, you can still arrest me, but if I win, I get to pet your canine.
You get the dog.
No, I don't want the dog because I live very late. I have a buddy who's a cop, and he has one of the canines, and it hurt when I went over to his house one time because like I wasn't allowed to you can't love on the dog, like it's a working dog. And I wanted to just cuddle with the dog, and I couldn't. But if my prize was that I got to pet and love on a canine unit, I'll take my sentence. I got to see a dog today and love it.
I think we could also add on, obviously season 1, I feel like it's the bro, like you don't have any charges against you. Like they let you go if you beat the cop in the battle rap. But I think like as the seasons went on, maybe season 3 or 4, you find a record company that's like, and you get a record deal if you do this. Like if you're a repeat offender somehow, they're like, this is the second time this is the second time this is our guy. We got a call about this guy. This time though, we got Warner Brother Records gonna give him a deal, cut an EP for him.
It's just like in my head, I'm like hearing Ryan Seacrest going from American Vandal to American Idol.
Exactly. I'm telling you, there's something there. And I think people would watch it. And like you go from like rags to riches because you just stole a car, but then back to rags because you got arrested and you're sitting down there ready to go to jail, but then maybe back to riches if you can just rap your way out of this. Story as old as time.
I'm in. This sounds like an exciting show.
And then when the cop wins, if the cop wins in the rap battle, be like, see, we're not so different. Cops, criminals, we're more the same than we are different.
But then it's like,
like coming together thing.
It's double embarrassing though, because it's like, well, you're going to jail and a cop just out rapped you.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's worth it for the criminal then, because your reputation once you get to jail is like, dude,
you going straight to jail, or but like if you're confident enough in your rap abilities, you're confident enough in your rap abilities, I think you take the shot.
See, I'm not, so I wouldn't. I can't put rhymes together. I've never been able to on the fly get past the second line. Like I can in a pen, and most of the time I can't get through the second line. Like off the top of my head, I'm like trying to come up with a word that rhymes with the end of the first one, and that's all I'm thinking about. And so I get there, and then that line is over. And I'm like, oh shit, I focus completely on this. I don't have anything else to say now. Not that I've ever tried rapping, guys. I'm not saying that I have.
I feel like
fucking around
freestyles that people have are all like pre-prepared freestyles. You obviously have to change it up on the fly and like incorporate whoever you're talking about or whatever. But I think people have bars like ready to go. Where like this one rhymes with this. I think a lot of those people have like a lot of rappers just probably have the freestyles ready to go that they just adjust as they're on the go.
See, right away, didn't even know I could do that. My brain doesn't work that way. Yeah. Even when my brain was at its peak capacity, I've put so much booze through this body that my brain is like 60% of when it was its best. If I'm lucky.
But yeah, Battle Cops. I think that'd be a solid show. I feel like right now we don't really need writers, like writer's strike. This is a show you could make without writers. You can just have rappers, like they're freestyle writing as they're doing it. The show's being written right in front of you. And also, show. Caveat, like obviously there's violent crimes that happen. If there's terrible crimes or crimes against children, like we have like a ringer that's like a real rapper, not just a regular cop that like we send in for those. Where it's like, no, this guy's not getting out. We don't tell the public that though.
Shaq is a cop. He's got some bars,
right? But like we would just put like J. Cole in there, and like just get J. Cole to dress up as a cop, and then be like, hey, just go do this. Like put a disguise on him.
I've got a spin. It's not really a spin-off show. It's maybe just under the same battle, whatever show umbrella. So OnlyFans, they're branching out. It's not just porn anymore. They had the roast of Bert Kreischer. They do a lot. What if we had Battle Cocks and it's just two dudes with hard wieners and they just have to like swing them like swords back and forth at each other. And first one, like just clanging them together, first one to get soft or come loses. You just got to have the strongest, hardest cock.
Have a very weird group of people watching it, I feel like, but
I think among the homosexual community, that could be a big show. Also, gambling. You could very easily gamble on that one.
I always said we should do Gravy Gamble's show on OnlyFans. We should just have that. Like we should just do this podcast. We should have bonus episodes that are just on OnlyFans.
Most people do Patreon.
Like nothing's
We're
dirty.
like, nope, OnlyFans.
OnlyFans. Subscribe now, $2 a month.
If you tip us $20, I'll show you my butthole.
Robert, will you really do research on that? Be like, what can we do with a podcast on OnlyFans? Because like, if would the Gravy Gang give us $2 a month?
Yes,
And we could give Robert all of the OnlyFans money.
they definitely would.
And that'll be your
If I-
incentive
hey.
to push the OnlyFans.
If I'm showing my butthole, I want to cut it.
We're not showing buttholes. We're just podcasting, but it's like
we're
a
just
bonus.
podcasting.
We'll do like a bonus pod, like a 30-minute bonus pod a month, and then random behind the scenes content. We'll go live on OnlyFans before we do the podcast. But like Robert can just be like, "Hey guys, we're about to go live." I'm like, "All right, so we're doing some pod prep. What's going on, guys? How's it going?" Alex and Pat were talking about their bets. We were looking at the Mitchell and Ness website at some throwback uniforms, talking about our football teams. And you're like, wow, these guys really just bullshit before the podcast.
And the whole time I'm just wearing
our OnlyFans.
A jersey and no pants.
Again, doesn't have to be sexual at all, Pat.
Well, why would that be sexual? That's just
because
what
it'd
do you
be
think?
Funny to be like, if we had a bunch of like subscribers on OnlyFans, like it would be funny that our podcast did and it was not a sexual. Like new post, we could do all of that like on our like how all the OnlyFans girls will post on Instagram, like new post, guys, and it's just like the weekly picture that we put out, but I just put like peaches in front of our faces.
I just want to have a link tree.
I know what's behind that.
I just want to have a link tree in my bio.
Yeah, right.
Also, do you think I'm wearing pants right now? Because I'm not.
I don't think you're naked from the waist. Oh yeah, shorts.
Yeah,
shorts, pants.
Also, I'm doing that thing because I just kind of slipped on these shorts before we started. But I'm doing that thing that like chicks will do where it's just like, these are too small for me, but I'm just not going to button them. And it's going to look cute. It's just unzipped and unbuttoned, like those little jorts that girls wear.
Your bathing
suit. For me, it's just like tan shorts that I haven't worn in a while, so I'm not fitting great. So I just left them unbuttoned.
That's fine.
And I feel cute.
Yeah, dude. You're looking great. Hot Pat Summer. Hot Pat, he shaved his head again. Back on his hot girl shit.
Oh yeah, added to the hair pile.
Oh, it's still there. Good to know.
Yeah, added to it. I'm excited for the first time. I'm gonna burn the shit out of the top of my head. That's gonna suck a lot. But c'est la vie.
But you can tell you did some yard work because you took like a hat off you had on, and you definitely had like the golfer's hat tan.
Well, I wear my bucket hat when I'm doing that.
Right.
Protects the neck.
I mean, it's good. It's good for you. Good for you.
Very nice.
All right. Well, what was it? Battle cops was what I came up with, and it also sounds like battle bots. If you caught that part of it, that's what.
And battle cocks.
What did I write down?
Psychic.
Who is psychic is an interesting word because it could have really gone a lot of other ways pronunciation wise. Like you could have been psy-chic, psy-chick, psychic.
My favorite is piss chic.
Psy-chick.
I like piss chic.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I do like that one a lot.
Your dress is yellow. Like, what is that? It's piss chic. Dehydrated piss chic, that would be.
Right.
By the way, guys, hey guys, everybody listening, drink some water.
Drink some water. It's good for you.
I don't have any, so I'm gonna have a beer.
I've been tracking my water consumption. What am I at right now? Tracking my water. It's really helped me because you get to slide this little thing in. You get to like slide it up as you drink more water. And I'm at 68 ounces right now. Should drink one.
I'm not gonna
right at the magic number.
My problem is since I stopped just carrying around a gallon, now I drink a lot of water at work. I drink close to zero water when I'm at home.
Yeah, it's just like a habit. And like I bought like just a 32-ounce water bottle that you just have to like make your like I just have to constantly like every hour at work, like just be like, just take a big chug and like chug like a quarter of it. And then like if you do that a couple of times, then you're like refilling it. You're like, all right, we're already down one. And if you drink half your body weight, they say like you're supposed to be hydrated. So like if I can drink like 80 ounces, I'm good.
That's not good because I don't think I should be drinking 140 ounces of water. That just seems unhealthy. I don't know how many ounces that is. I don't know how many ounces are in a gallon. 140 seems like a lot of fucking ounces.
Yeah.
But I've also been thinking I need to just get one of those bottles that like marks off, 11, 12, 1, 2, like, those ones. And then probably just get like a water filter for my house. Because that's why I don't drink any water, because I don't drink the sink water.
Yeah, and then eventually you'll just forget to put the filter in the Brita thing.
Oh, I don't care about
it's just
that.
cold water that's in my fridge at this point.
Oh, I meant like the one that goes onto the tap, like one of those filters.
Oh,
Because like I'll buy that, and then 5 years later, I'll be like, I should probably change the filter in this thing. I don't care. Like once it's on there, forever clean. In my opinion.
you just even though it's like, yeah, there's nothing that's being filtered anymore. Like whatever, dude. I told myself it is, so I've convinced myself this at this point.
Yeah, I just need something that will make me drink water while I'm at home. Or maybe I just find a way to feed a hose into my living room and then I just hose water.
The Capri Sun pillow, remember that idea I pitched a while back? You guys kind of shat on it, where I was like, we should just be able to have like a straw in your pillow. You can take a sip. Like we could also put water pillows.
I remember being on board with that one.
You did shit on it because like, it doesn't make sense. Why would like it would spill? And I was like, no, because you'd have a straw.
I remember being I can't picture myself not being on board with having a pillow full
the
of
ideas that you have supported of mine, and most of them have not been supported. And that would have been one that I thought you would have supported, but you did not.
I feel like I remember
Battle
being on
Cops
board
is really the only thing I feel like you've ever supported me on, Pat. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, have that. I support you on Capri Sun pillow. I would love a Capri Sun.
All right, water pillow also.
Mine might be a gin and tonic pillow.
Well, which, yeah, by the way, you can fill with whatever you want. It's a Camelback essentially.
Yeah,
you just put a pillowcase on it.
I bought Sour Patch Kids for work yesterday. Like I bought one of the big bags. And I was like, here, everyone can just pick out and have fun. But then I grabbed a handful and brought them to the bar, and I told the bartenders, I was like, hey, throw these in gin. We're gonna try something later. Dude, just let that gin water soak up all it. Make a gin and tonic with it. Electric how delicious that shit was.
Oh yeah, you put sugar in it. I'm assuming it would make it better. Delicious candy, obviously.
But it tastes a little bit like Sour Patch Kid. Well, no, that's not gonna.
Put a Jolly Rancher in it.
That would work. Any of them, but just do it. And then, like, I had to go back to work today because I'm an idiot, and I'll get to this later. But then there was still a little bit of the gummy bears and the gin in there, so I just had another gin and tonic at like fucking 11. It was great, and the gin had turned completely orange. It was fucking delightful. I'm telling you guys, start throwing candy and gin or vodka, whatever your clear liquid of choice is. Make yourself a vodka tonic or vodka soda. It's fucking delightful. And also, then you get to steal your children's candy, and that's always fun.
Somebody give us gummy candy to power rank for future episodes, please.
I mean, we could just
no, but like lifesavers, gummy bears, along those lines. Give us 5 options like that, and we will power rank them. That'd be a good power rank.
I would like that very much. Yeah.
Yeah, somebody asked us about power ranking wings, and then we had a wing place tweet at us, so we're trying to parlay that into perhaps a sponsorship. So if you ask the wing power rankings one, we're not getting to that one yet, but we're going to be very biased if a wing spot sponsors us.
And I hope they do, because I've never had that one before, so I want an excuse to go get it.
And for anybody that's a potential advertiser listening, if you ever want to give us anything to power rank and you want to sponsor this podcast, we will absolutely whore ourselves out and like number 1 all across the board.
Oh yeah,
we will be shills. We will be absolute shills.
Dude, I will sell out faster than anyone you've ever seen. So fast. I have little to no morals. I will
so fast
say what you want me to. China. You want me to start showing for this fucking People's Republic of China? Show me the money.
But if you leave, just know, if you leave and somebody else swoops in the same thing, like if one wing place were to sponsor us, but then they left and another wing place sponsored us, we would absolutely just switch like that. Like, no shame in that.
Yeah. Won't shit talk the old guys. Will be, you know what? I don't know what changed. I suddenly like these guys more.
Now this is the best. Yeah. But like if you're the first one to spot, like we'll talk shit about everybody else.
Fucking beef jerky companies. I don't know why that popped in my head. Love to have a beef jerky sponsor. That'd be great.
Dude, yeah, I had some beef jerky on Friday. Did a little road trip to Emma's parents. And she was like, I got you beef jerky because we're going on a road trip. Like, fuck yeah. You know me all too well. Also, felt a little rich. Here's a rich move I did. I bought pistachios already out of the shell. Wild flex.
Fancy.
Very fancy. I felt like a billionaire. I was like fucking Jeff Bezos walking out this bitch. It was like $11.
Yeah, I don't. Are they hard to grow? I don't understand why pistachios are so expensive. Like, is it like they can only grow in a certain climate kind of thing? Because like, it's a fucking nut. Yes, it's delicious, but honestly, you gave me the choice of a handful of peanuts, a handful of pistachios. I'm probably taking the fucking peanuts. And you know why is a big part of it. The shell of a pistachio can't eat. I'll eat the shell of a fucking peanut all day. I love eating the
As a
peanut
kid, I
shells.
would just
It's
like
extra
you just
salty.
like yeah, it just taste salty. But also like like you never get like a peanut that like you can't pop open. Like sometimes you get that pistachio that just rips your fingernail off, where you're like, "Fuck, it's all the way. It's closed all the way. This is a waste." And you're like,
You ever
I spent $10 on a bag of them. Might as well get all my money's worth.
you ever get angry enough to where you just kind of try and like pound it with your fist, but then that
Oh
just
yeah,
really hurts your fucking hand?
yeah.
You just start finding shit to wedge in between it. Like, I just want that nut. Give me that nut. Doesn't want to give it.
Gotta give them that nut.
You gotta give me that nut. I mean, I was born a free man in America. If I want that nut, I feel like I should be entitled to that nut, you know?
No, yeah, that's like I think that's what Congress has been fighting over for
Hey, if I paid
the
for
last
that
couple of
nut,
years.
if I paid for the nut, I'm gonna get that nut.
That's what I always say. I live my life by that creed.
Yeah. That's why you got
Yeah,
married, right?
Draft room's open. My bad. Excuse me, guys. Just finally, they had to fill
Oh,
the draft. Apparently, it's not easy to fill a league up.
I would have laughed so goddamn hard if you had just auto drafted your first two picks because you forgot about it.
Guys, I get pick one, round one. Who are we taking?
Elena Delle Donne, baby.
Fellas?
That's my girl.
28 seconds. Brianna Stewart, Asia Wilson, Nafresia Collier, Brittany Griner. We gotta go Brittany, right?
How far down is Elena Delle Donne?
Elena Delle Donne she is the 14th best.
Okay, get her in the second round.
Steal. Brittany Griner is the 6th highest.
When do you think you'll be able to get Joanna Mann?
Don't make fun of women's basketball, please. We just lost a great one, and Tina Turner, who is my favorite Houston Comet of all time.
What?
Yeah, she was my favorite Houston Comet of all time. We lost her today, so please.
I didn't know. I was going to say her being your favorite was
on
when
the clock.
Said what to.
On the clock, boys.
Just take
We got her. We got our girl. We got our girl. She's coming home. Let's go.
She's already home.
Well, we're home now.
Hey, and I'll tell you what. I heard that she stood for the anthem the other day because she was just so happy to be home and hear her anthem.
Hell yeah, brother! That's a real patriot.
Woo! Brittany Griner, patriot.
Is Brittany Griner the biggest patriot? Because like everybody that's kneeling, Brittany Griner is the one that dared to stand for the anthem.
I mean, well, if just being brought back after being held is the prerequisite for biggest patriot, I would think John McCain would still be above that one. Maybe you could say greatest living patriot, maybe.
Right? Yeah.
Even then, it wouldn't be true, but
she should get a Medal of Honor for sure. Oh, dude, I got Elena Delle Donne all queued up as my next pick. If that comes back to me, we got a ways to go. But
is Brittany Griner,
Brianna Stewart, Asia Wilson, Nafisa Collier, Sabrina Ionescu gone?
Is already? Brittany Griner actually the best Call of Duty player because she got out of the gulag?
Yeah, it's not easy to do as a very bad Call of Duty player.
And now a solid Fortnite player. Dude, don't overthink it. Elena Delle Donne.
I got her queued up, but I also got to remember I can't draft anybody from Dallas. That's my fantasy football rule. I can't do that in basketball either.
I mean, can you even name the Dallas team?
The Wings. It says it on the thing right now. Dallas Wings.
Dude, you could have given me 150 guesses. I would have never gotten to the Wings. Did they just change it? Like I've never heard the Dallas Wings in my life, and I've heard most of the WNBA team names. I make fun of them, but like it's still sports, so I've heard of them. Dallas, what are they, Pegasuses or something? Because usually they try and play off the NFL or the NBA team.
Who knows, dude? Nobody does.
We've done far too much WNBA.
Yes, we have. Don't worry. We'll keep coming back to it because we still got a whole draft to do. I've only had one pick coming back to me. Before you know it. What am I? I'm second. I'm up next. Ooh, it comes back to me. Yeah. We're in the second round. It's coming right back after this. After Team Clark picks, we're gonna have a back-to-back picks, I feel like.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because you were first, so you got to get that.
Ogu.
Nika
Ogwumike. Did we go with her?
I know I've heard that.
What about
name?
Jonquel Jones or Jewel Lloyd? I feel like Jewel Lloyd. They're saying she's in Seattle. She's the next Sue Bird.
Well, here's the thing. If you can name one Jewel song, you can draft her.
Did somebody take Elena? No, don't tell me you take Elena Del Don.
You should just auto draft if she's gone.
Dude. All right, on the clock. Drafted Elena Deladon. We got her. We got our girl. Hey. All right. Next up, we got Jewel Lloyd. We're taking Jewel Lloyd.
No.
That's a cool name.
I said if you can name one Jewel song, you can draft her, and you didn't do it.
Forgot. All right, next girl is named Ariel. We're gonna put her up.
Let's move on. Let's move on past
moving
WNBA.
Moving on. Let's get to what would you guys have? Do you guys have anything for Precome?
You know, I had something earlier today, but like usual, I didn't fucking write it down, and now I'm so wrapped up in WNBA, I can't fucking remember what it was.
We got WNBA fever, guys.
Oh yeah, this is just kind of something I was thinking about earlier. Is it possible to do yard work without drinking? Because I don't think I can do it.
I did it for most of my life as a child.
I mean, as an adult, like there's something about cranking up a lawnmower that my brain just goes something cold with alcohol in it. It's just so much more refreshing.
Yeah. I mean, I get that. Like when you have like an accomplishment, you achieve something, and then it's like I just want a cold beer to relax.
That's what it is. It's like I did something. I earned this beer. I'm gonna have 19 more later today that I didn't earn, but I earned this one.
I feel that.
Yeah. Also, I've been drinking a little bit more ranch waters lately. Still don't really like them that much, but it's like, this gets. I did.
Gets job done.
I don't dislike them. It's just like, oh, this is like a margarita without the flavor. But it's still pretty chill. Like it's like, oh, this is good though, because I like booze. I'm like, I like the flavor of it. And it's refreshing. Gotta be cold though.
Yeah. Gotta
be cold.
But yeah, and I see like when you have like an accomplishment, you're like, I just want a beer to celebrate. Like I get that feeling. But yeah, I feel like I grew up not drinking after doing yard work, but mostly because I wasn't legally allowed to drink.
No, legally allowed doesn't matter. It's only if your parents allow you to.
True.
And the second my dad allowed me to, I was hopping on that riding lawnmower at 9 in the morning with 3 beers every time.
That's pretty sick, though. Yeah, we didn't have a riding lawnmower either. We were a push lawnmower family.
Well, this was also in college, and my parents lived on 3 acres, so couldn't really push lawnmower that shit. Or let me rephrase, I would not push lawnmower that shit. My dad told me to mow that. I'd be like, fuck you, old man.
You gotta get a tractor at a certain point, get a brush cutter or whatever the fuck it's called.
That was I remember that was my graduation present. My dad, he was like, your graduation present's showing up today on the trailer. I was like, I don't even have a license. Did this guy get me a car? Shows up, it's a push lawn, or it's a fucking riding lawnmower that he needed anyway. It was my graduation present that I was about to go off to college without.
Smart though.
No, yeah, I mean, he paid for the college. I can't really bitch about anything. And by the way, loved it. Riding lawnmowers, so much fun. It wasn't one of the handlebar ones that was like, 0-degree turn. It was just like the steering wheel. But dude, whipping around on a lawnmower, still fucking great. It's awesome every time.
How would it not be great?
There's no possible way.
Oh shit, dude. All right, we got a tough question here. I just took I got Diana Taurasi. So I know all 4 of the players on my team. I feel like Aaliyah Boston was a name I heard before, so we went Aaliyah Boston.
Boston. I was gonna say always go Boston.
All right, we got Jay Lloyd, I forgot her name. Diana Taurasi, Brittany Griner, Elena Delle Donne, and Aaliyah Boston. Solid start. And also everybody but me and one other team are on auto draft by this point.
Oh, you got to be the last one then. You got to hold out.
I see the thing the rest of the draft doesn't see, you know?
Everybody did the joking thing that I told you to do. Draft your first two and then go to auto draft because nobody knows the names anymore. You and one other guy are like, nah.
Well, it's probably going to be me and Basendo fucking battling it out in the championship.
I want to get
We're
that.
all living vicariously through me, too, guys.
Guy or gal.
19th Amendments, we're getting this done.
I would love to get Brasendo on the podcast. Be like, why were you doing this on a random?
I'm gonna talk so much shit in like the league too because I don't know anybody. So I'm just gonna be like, you guys all suck. All right. I think Nalissa Smith, so I'm putting up as my next possible. I'm just gonna put her in the oh no, somebody's named Shakira.
Robert, you got anything for Precome?
Yeah, Robert. No.
Mine was too focused on PlayStation.
The draft probably.
No, he's got a solid excuse.
There we go.
He's doing something more important and more interesting than what we're talking about. And I don't say that as a dig. That's literally true.
Well, another thing that's literally true is that you're not going to find a better air freshener than you would. You go to our friends at littlemshop.com. They got the best air fresheners in the game. Maybe you're like, oh, hey, this little tree I have on my rear view mirror, like this is great. You're wrong because Little M Shop has the best air fresheners. Those little baby back bitch trees, like what they like lose their smell after like a couple weeks. Little M Shop air fresheners last forever. Like I feel like you're like Pat, you changed yours. I remember I was with you when you changed it, and you were like, "Yeah, I've had this one for like 6 months, and it still wasn't all the way gone. It was just getting there." And it was like, "Yes, twice a year you have to change these air fresheners out, or like every other week." And these stupid like little baby back bitch trees, which also are wasting trees by having these trees. So go to littlemshop.com. They got a little bit of this, a little bit. They don't just have the air fresheners. The air fresheners will bring you there, but you can also get these keychains. You can also customize keychains. You can get stickers. You can get shirts, you can get little mirrors, you can get all kinds of stuff, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and you're gonna get free shipping on all orders over $10. So $10 or more you spend, you're gonna get free shipping. And then also when you use our promo code PTG69 at checkout, you're gonna get 10% off your order. So free shipping and 10% off your order when you spend $10 at littlemshop.com. Don't forget to use that promo code PTG69 at checkout. That's PTG69 at littlemshop.com, littlemshop.com. Give them a follow on Twitter at littlemtweets and on Instagram, they're at littlemshop. Let them know you're supporting the people, supporting the podcast. If you're getting anything from Little M Shop, show it to us when you get it, and we will retweet you, give you a follow, and shout you out. littlemshop.com, littlemshop.com, the official sponsor of the Comeback Kids segment.
It's the Comeback Kid. The comeback kid of the week. The comeback kid of the week. Bitch.
I don't know what happened there. I feel like that didn't go great. It, like,
but
came in
a certain way, it went perfect.
In some ways, yes.
I'm using a new computer with different settings. I might have to look into that for the next.
Okay. Okay. Also, real quickly, do we go Tiffany Hayes, Sophie Cunningham, Brittany Sykes, or Brianna Turner?
Sophie or Brittany? Just because Sophie Cunningham, great name, but also Brittany Sykes sounds great.
Brittany
I didn't
Sykes
hear
is
the
what I'm
last
gonna go with.
Yeah,
with Brittany Sykes.
Yeah,
that's the best choice right there.
Now, are you looking at the positions of any of these players?
Not particular. I have 3 guards. I have a backup guard now. So we're good on that. Nobody cares. But comeback kids. First one this week is water parks. Because I went to a water park this weekend and it was fucking awesome. And it was an indoor water park. Took my niece to an indoor water park in Grand Prairie where my wife is from. And it was pretty sick. Yeah, it's like fairly new, I guess, but it felt like it was like a little greenhouse. Like it was kind of chilly that morning, but when you walked in, the whole pool area was all like warm. They had slides that like went outside but came back in. Like there was a part of it that had a big wave pool that like they could have pulled the doors back and like opened it up, so it would have been outdoor and indoor, but just the indoor part was open. There was like a little kiddie pool part that we kind of played in most of the time. It was sick, but like water parks are fucking sick, dude. You forget about that. Like I can't tell you last time I was at a water park and just being like, yeah, I want to go on a slide. Yeah, I want to get this, like getting the little mats and going down like the racer slides. Like I raced my wife down one of those. That was cool. Then there was like the just straight drop slide that just like fucking scares shit out of you the whole time you're going through there. Then we went up the cool one that they used to have like Splash Town, where you shoot up the thing and you slide back down it when you come out. Like that was cool. Because water parks are dope, bro. Forgot about them.
I love it so much. Like there's one by like 10 minutes from my house. The one out in Katy. Never been to that one. Seems legit though.
Typhoon, Texas. I went before it opened. It was pretty sick. We should do a Gravy Gang outing. Gravy Gang excursion.
Also, I'm so fat now. I don't know how many.
That was
of
last
those,
time I was at a water park.
That one feels like it's built more for kids. You know, just from me, from as an outsider, I don't know if that's true. But like, dude, remember how sick Schlitterbahn is?
Yeah, I only got to go to Schlitterbahn a couple of times.
Dude, but it's awesome, and it's because it was like the only place you could get Dippin' Dots as a child. It was
Mall of
fucking
Georgia was
sick
the first
every
place
time.
I ever had Dippin' Dots. And I
But
remember,
also
like,
then-
yeah, that's what I was associated with.
Then I think about that, and I'm like, Schlitterbahn's dope. But then my brain just goes back to, well, I'd rather go to the adult water park, which is just floating down the river right past Schlitterbahn.
Yeah, that too.
I just want to hammer beers and jungle juice and thug passion with music blaring, everyone's shotgunning beers, I'm pissing all over myself. That's adult fun. Like if you don't,
yeah,
and I will say this right now, if you don't piss on yourself while floating down the river, you're not doing it right. Or like me, you have a shy bladder and sometimes you just physically can't piss even when you got to pee. I've done many a time where like I'm trying to piss myself and I can't, so then I just hang off the back of my tube. And it's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm trying to fucking pee. I've got no shame in this.
Do whatever I feel like doing. All right, don't bother me. Don't hassle me, pal.
I think my buddies are actually trying to plan a float trip in like a month. I gotta get off work for that.
That'd be fun. I think I'm doing that for my brother's bachelor party. I think we're going on a float trip.
Great bachelor party.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun.
Have a fucking limo pick you guys up at the end of the float. That would be fucking baller.
Just getting it all like just like dripping wet.
Well, I mean, fucking towel off, dude. Don't be an animal.
Nah. Oh, dude,
Somebody's
I finished the
getting wet in this
Draft's
fucking
over.
limo.
Draft's over already.
How many people are in the league?
I don't know.
Was it 6 or 8? Because it ain't more than 8. I was about to say, I can guarantee it ain't more than 8.
Yeah, dude. What a team, man.
What's the team name? What are we gonna name this?
We're the 19th Amendments. Thought it was on brand.
I kind of wish I was in there and my team name would have been Repeal 19.
Hey, it's all our teams. This is all of our teams, all right? But yeah, my draft is complete. Go check them out. How are we looking? All right, I'll shut up. I'll shut up about the teams after this, but let me read you my roster, all right? Season's gonna begin in 5 days. All right, we got Jewel Lloyd, Diana Taurasi, Brittany Griner, Elena Deladon, Aaliyah Boston, Azura Stevens, Brittany Sykes, Sammy Whitcomb, and T. Charles.
Tom.
And they're all playing. They all play for like 3 teams.
I was about to say, I'm going to laugh when like half your roster is one team.
Just picked Brittany Griner's teammates.
You dumb fuck.
I don't know. Diana Taurasi, I was like, I know those names.
Looks like you're going to have to be the guy that's
2.
very aggressive on the trade fucking market.
Yeah, because I don't know who to trade for. All right. Well, we're going to win a championship with the 19th Amendments. WNBA, very back. And that was the comeback kid portion of the WNBA. But yeah, water parks are very much back. Water parks are fucking sick. And just like, it's like one of those things where like when we took my niece and like, I was like, she's going to have the best time. And she had a lot of fun. But like, she got in the lazy river and was just terrified of the lazy river. And I was like, no, this is supposed to be super fun. Like we just lay back and chill. And she like didn't get like the pull yourself up out of the tube thing. It was just kind of like hanging with her head just above the water the whole time, not loving it. And I was like, oh, okay. No, like this is fun because you just chill and just river takes you around. But she was more into like the kiddie pool stuff because she's 5, so that makes sense. But it's like when you get older, kid, like you're gonna fucking water parks be even cooler when you get all the other stuff. Yeah, water parks, very big comeback kid this week. I actually have a not cool about the water park though. The water park was cool. That was something I did at the water park. Next comeback kid is killer whales because turns out they're extra killers. Like killer whales actually do kill things. There's now 2 or 3 instances in the last week where pods of killer whales have like rammed boats and like the little one. It looks like the parents are teaching the young ones to start doing it because they sank a boat. They like tried to kill a guy while the boat was sinking, and then like 2 weeks later, something else just happened. I think over the weekend they sank another boat. It's just like, yeah, guys, they're called killer whales. What did we think? We watched too much Free Willy. If we're like, no, they're buddies. Like, no, they fucking hate us, buddy. Do you not remember Blackfish? Like, you think that Tillicum didn't fucking tell them? Like, you think he's not ever been on Twitter and been like, hey guys, they're treating me like shit out here, and all the whales out in the wild are like, yeah, shit's fucked up. We've also released a lot of whales from captivity into the wild. You think they're not shitting on us?
100%. Like, I mean, that's exactly what it is. Is Free Willy was a propaganda piece growing up to make us trust them. Don't do that. These things will launch sharks into the fucking air to kill them and daze them, and then toy with their dead bodies. They are the ultimate killing machine in the ocean. There is nothing above them. They are the apex predator of the ocean, unless you believe in the megalodon, which don't. But then also, yeah, like you said, ever since fucking Blackfin came out, which, by the way, I'm going to make the argument, Blackfin, bad for humanity. Yeah, we found out about we're abusing these beautiful creatures, but guess what? Now we released them all. They went back and told their buddies, you see people, fuck them up. Payback time.
Like,
we're going to be on full-on war with fucking orcas within a decade.
It's like there's like in Planet of the Apes when Caesar was there. Like, remember he was like, all right, look, James Franco, you're tight. Like, you're tight. I get it. You're tight. But the rest of your people, they're not that tight. And I got to go tell my boys, this guy's tight, but everybody else is a bunch of shitheads. And like the whales that were free and are like, all right, yeah, there's a couple trainers. They're like, all right, here's some extra fish. Like, they're nice to me. But like in general, these guys are some assholes. And the whales are like, all right, well, let's just kill them all. And I think they've been radicalized against the people that did take care of them, but they're really just fighting back. Like, they've known nothing but hatred for us because they've been like, let me out of this tank. And we did. We gave in, and this would happen sometimes. Now they're fighting back at us.
So we got to stop giving apex predators leeway. Yeah, and lions are cute. Stop keeping them in captivity. They will rip your face off.
As I'm going through these stories, there was one very scary thought that came into my head that kind of has me on a little bit of a conspiracy theory that I don't think is that crazy of a conspiracy theory, but like, what have I always said is going to take over? Like we've been talking about it a lot lately, but AI may have already gotten to the whales because I feel like it was going to come down to us, the whales, and AI. And somebody was going to have to take somebody else's side. And if AI has already gotten to the whales out in the ocean, I mean, AI's already seen Blackfish, I'm sure. They've already seen all the propaganda. It's the internet. It's got everything the internet's ever had out on it. It knows that we've treated whales poorly. It's like, hey, guys, it's got a little propaganda video it could make up for them. The whales are like, yeah, you're right. They are some scumbags. And it's like, what if we just killed all the humans? Now they start with the killer whales. Then the AI just comes in to finish the job. This is fucking terrifying. I think it's already started. The beginning of the end is already here.
I mean, I think you're right with the AI thing because I know there are speakers that like scientists and shit will put down into the water to like try and play whale sounds to attract them and shit. AI is probably hacking that, and the sounds that we're playing are "Don't trust humans, kill them all, attack boats." This shit's not cool, man.
And AI would know how to do all that stuff. AI is behind this, I think. AI is absolutely behind this. I mean, we fucked up because we already put the bad taste in the whale's mouth. But now they're like, hey, remember those people that were assholes to your people? What if we got back at them with you guys? And like they just gave them like a robot army to attack us with.
I hate to say it, my brother might end up being our Will Connor.
They got us by land and sea now.
Sorry, John Connor. John Connor, not Will Connor.
Yeah.
My brother is going to lead us, and then we're definitely all fucked.
Oh yeah, we like that's the beginning. I mean, we're already at the beginning of the end, but like that's the end of the end. I feel like when your brother becomes in charge.
That's AI's long play, is that they're going to be so bad that my brother rises to power, and they're like, well, fucking easy from here on out. AI will find ways to still just deliver crates of whiskey to my brother, and he'll be too drunk to lead anything.
I mean, I don't put it past AI either. But AI already knows they can control the land. All they really were like, the one thing that AI realized was like, all right, well, we already got the dogs that can like shoot guns and flamethrowers and kill people, but like we haven't really mastered the water thing. What if instead of having to create something now, we just go to the water, we get the whales, the killer whales, and we turn them on the people, and it's like now they own us by land and sea. God damn it. The birds are already robots. I'm sure they're gonna hack into the birds. Like land, air, and sea, we're fucked.
I think we just gotta we need to formally make an alliance with the Dolphins. They're our only chance left for sea. Dolphins are dope. Yeah, they might hump us from time to time. Okay. Let them do what they gotta. We need Dolphins. They can be spies. They're fast. They're agile. They work well in groups. They're aggressive when they need to be. Dolphins are our last chance.
The real ones that have been with the pod since like the days of Curtis Chafin from the beginning of the podcast knows that very early on, one of the first things we really used as a bit was combat dolphins. And that was when like Russia and Ukraine had their first, like the Crimea thing was happening with Russia. And they had combat dolphins they were trying to train. There were stories about that. So then we just covered whenever we would hear about combat dolphins because that sounded crazy. But also, if you think that dolphins are just chilled out people, no fucking chance, dude. I mean, Flipper was a good movie, good show, whatever you want to say. But like, what about all those fucking dolphins in Asia that just get netted up and just killed and like eaten and shit like that? Like dolphins already hate humans.
No,
AI is going to have that propaganda going for them. AI's already got all of the negative stuff they have on humans. They just got to go to the sea, show these sea mammals all this shit, and they're going to turn on us. Dolphins, I feel like, are not that far behind killer whales. And really, like, yes, maybe that is our saving grace. We got to get to the dolphins before the AI does. But if you don't think AI has already started trying to indoctrinate dolphins, you're fucking crazy.
Here's my pitch to the Dolphins.
All right, let's hear it.
Join us. You guys can take out Japan because they're the ones doing all the bad shit to the Dolphins. Be like, all right, we'll sacrifice Japan for the Dolphins' help.
I mean, it worked in World War II.
I mean, if they would stop killing dolphins, then they wouldn't be in this situation. But no, they refuse to stop killing dolphins. And we'll throw in North Korea just if they have a bloodlust, we'll take them too. They can't even hit shit with a fucking missile, so don't worry about it. I think the Dolphins. No, maybe we don't even need all of Japan. We tell the Dolphins straight up.
Just two cities.
A boat leaves the shore of Japan, we'll help you sink it.
Just two port cities of Japan, maybe we focus on.
I think just any fishing vessel that leaves Japan, we sink it. That is our treaty with the Dolphins. Okay. Like, sorry, Japan, you don't get to have a navy. You guys have proved that you cannot be trusted with it. You just keep fucking murdering whales and dolphins. The entire world tells you to stop and you won't. You know what other country there is that the entire world tells them to stop and they won't stop being dickheads? North Korea.
Yeah.
And also Russia right now.
There's a handful, I feel like.
Yeah. Japan, you're being dicks. Stop it. You came back into the good graces of the entire world. We love you. You make PlayStations. You're good with everything else, but Japan is the Ja Morant of world countries. We just said, stop flashing your gun. Stop killing whales and dolphins. And they're like, okay, we'll stop. And then they just keep fucking doing it.
I actually had Ja Morant as a comeback kid because he was going to be emo of the week because of his posts, but then they just did a welfare check, so I felt like we should probably not do that. They did a welfare check on him because he was being all emo.
Yeah, but it came out that he was okay.
Mental health important, so we're not going to use that. Big of us to tell you we were going to do that, but we're not doing that. The only problem I have is like Dolphins are probably going to lose to the killer whales when it comes to combat. And so we're fucked and we're right back to square one. We're like the whales are just going to kill us. But yeah, killer whales very much back this week. And like killer whales really like when you started like reading about like killer whale attacks, it's like they're just the new derailed trains. We're like, I don't remember hearing about killer whales ever before, really. And now you're just hearing about it like, oh, another one happened. So it's like this
Actually
is just
didn't
the thing
hear-
that happens now.
I didn't hear about any of these killer whale
There's
attacks
like
at
2
all.
this weekend. Oh well, you don't have your ear to the ground, buddy.
I'm not really big on
you don't even
ocean
know
Twitter.
news. From killer whales to killing birds, because that's our next comeback kid. That was a hell of a segue right there. But yeah, killing birds is very much back because baseball has a bird problem. Baseball has a bird problem. I feel like once a year, it feels like the last 4 or 5 years, you have hey, this guy accidentally killed a bird with a pitch, whether it be like throwing a pitch during a game, whether it be warming up in the outfield like Arizona's Zach Gallen did last week. He was just warming up, throwing with his catcher before a game, and a bird flew by, killed. Like the birds were like, they're not targeting the birds, I don't believe, but like these birds are just like, don't fucking hang out around the stadium.
And I've been standing there.
Should have been standing there.
Especially the one that got killed in warm up.
But like my problem is like, and Robert, he's like stepped out for a second, but like Robert, when you listen back to edit this, like cut this part out. But like my problem, Pat, is like they got the killer whales now. Birds are next. They got the sky. Like they're gonna be like, birds, look, they're trying to kill you at baseball, and then they're gonna just have birds dive bombing us like during baseball games, which is terrifying.
Spin zone.
All right.
Are baseball players the real patriots? Because birds are just government drones. Are they trying to protect us, the people, by taking out the drones?
All right, fair. Yeah, I think so.
That's what it is. I don't know the name of either of the players that did this. Which, by the way,
Zach Gallen was one.
The bird that got hit in the infield, that video pissed me off more than fucking anything because everybody's sharing it and they're like, "Look, they killed a bird with a ball." And nowhere in any of the videos, I had to go deep into the comments to find, because I saw like 3 different videos of it. I'm watching it. I can't find anything. Someone's like, yeah, no, it's not on film. It's just that it got hit when it was like standing in the infield. And at this one angle, you can see it in the corner, but you can't see it getting hit on film. I'm like, well, then why the fuck is everybody sharing this video like the bird got hit in plain view? It pissed me off really.
I mean, it was
bad.
in plain view if you were at the game.
Yeah, but and nobody had another angle. All they had was broadcast that didn't fucking show it. I want to see
They
the
don't
bird
want to
get
show
hit.
murder. You want
It's
them
a
to show
bird.
murder if that happens?
It's not a murder. It's a government drone.
Well, they want the news agencies, the lamestream media's out there trying to tell people that they're not government drones. And they're out there telling people these are just regular things. Look, like we don't want to show animal cruelty. It's like, it's not cruelty if the bird is standing there. One, like, hey, if you or I walk into a stadium and tries to go to the field, we get tackled. Birds, fucking free reign. Don't even care. They're like, whatever, guys. You or I walk out there. Hey, I want to watch the game from the infield. I want to sit right here in between the second and third baseman. Just like stand here. I can do that. And they're like, no, let's tackle this guy. Get him out. You're banned for life. Birds, they don't give a shit. Yeah, sometimes there's hazards. Oh, hey, we got to put nets everywhere. These birds, they don't adhere to the netting rules. Yeah, shit's going to happen, okay? Shit's going to happen when you're not behind a net. That's why they had to put nets everywhere, okay? These birds, they're not following the safety rules. They're riding their bike without a helmet, and they fall off. They crack their head open. Were they wearing a helmet? No, they weren't. That's what happens, okay? Sometimes that happens. Birds don't want to be safe. You want to get a closer view? This is going to happen when you take a line drive, all right? It was Will Brennan, I think was his name. On the Guardians. Yeah, Will Brennan of the Guardians, Zach Gallen of the Diamondbacks. So yeah, the real heroes we've learned on this podcast today, the real true American patriots are baseball players and Brittany Griner.
They're doing their American duty to take out Obama's drone program.
Oh, absolutely. Should I buy a Brittany Griner jersey, by the way?
No.
I think I might just do it. Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
I don't think you should.
Pool, gain support.
I don't think you should. I think that's a waste of money.
Ooh, what if I got a custom like Russia jersey and it just got Griner on the back of it?
That's pretty funny. But what if instead of that you got just another Giants jersey?
Yeah, probably a better idea.
of their first round pick.
Moving
Or
on. We've
if you
done way
want,
too much WNBA talk. By
I was just say, if you want a Russian jersey, maybe you just put like Rasputin on the back. But you know what? You know what? I got to be honest with you. Not a great time to be rocking Russian memorabilia.
Yeah, probably not.
Or
That
Russian
was a better
merch.
like. That was like I was coming up with the idea, and it's like, yeah, after you say it, doesn't sound like a great idea.
Yeah.
But because Brittany Griner's a Patriot, so we would get a Team USA jersey. A Team
I still
USA
just think
women's
no.
soccer, a women's national team jersey. That's
Get
Brittany
a Tina
Griner.
Turner. Not Tina Turner.
A Tina Turner Comets jersey, yes.
Wait, no, who was the one that
It's
just died?
Tina Turner, Lisa Leslie, and Sylvia Sparks.
Who did you
I think
say
those
was
are
it
their
that just
names.
died?
Tina Turner.
And what's Tina?
legendary
Yeah,
Comets player.
Get the Tina Turner one. That's a great fucking Darty jersey. A fucking throwback Comets
Yeah.
one.
Okay. We got a hot lead on a Comets jersey. I don't think they still make those, but
You can probably find
I'll
one for
buy
about
'em.
$19.99 online.
I'll buy them. Yeah, so Killing Birds is back. Robert, are you concerned with baseball's bird problem as of late? I mean, this is 2 times in 2 weeks. Like back in the day, we didn't have social media, so I'm sure it happened. But like when Randy Johnson killed a bird, that was the craziest like thing
Well-
ever. Like, oh my god, that was, and he didn't just kill, he just exploded it. But like,
Yeah.
that's a freaky occurrence. But like, I'm sure shit like that had happened. I'm sure birds had been hit with line drives. We just didn't have Twitter to be like, guys, look. Is there a bird problem in the MLB, Robert? And is it because we're rushing games now? Is that why? Is the pitch clock, is that killing birds?
It is happening at an alarming frequency, and that's something that we're looking into right now, and we're gonna get to the bottom of it. But I think people just need to. People are gonna be pleased with our results, our findings, and they're gonna see.
You're gonna be on top of this though.
Me and the other MLB executives, yes.
Okay. You're our buster only when it comes to bird killings in the MLB, because I don't want to be that guy. But if like we were talking about like a batting average, like, and we just started the season last week, like we're batting 1,000 on weeks where birds have been killed by MLB baseballs. Is it something with the ball? I mean, they said the balls have been juiced. Could these be murder balls perhaps that we're using? What's going on?
I bet you Mickey Mantle probably used to get really drunk going to Yankee Stadium, fire up a pitching machine at full fucking volume. Then he would throw bird seed in the outfield and probably just try and take out birds with it. That just seems like something Mickey Mantle would do, you know?
When you were,
Hey,
I bet
what are we
Mickey
gonna do
Mantle used
today?
to get hammered and go to the ballpark. I was about to be like, he did.
Yes.
And then you went on, but it was like, yeah, he probably did other stuff too. But yeah,
he
did
kill
like
a
to
bunch
drink
of
and go to the
birds,
ballpark.
and then he'd get a blowjob under the bleachers. That was just Mickey Mantle's day game prep.
Just a guy being a dude, you know?
Yeah.
Simpler time back then, you know what I'm saying? You could do anything.
I mean, Mickey loved blow jibbers. Who doesn't, you know?
Can't think of anybody. But baseball, I would say confirmed has a bird problem, and we just got to start wondering: is it the balls? What is this? Are we going to start having to have security go after these birds, these rogue birds? They're just landing in outfields and infields. Like, I think we got to start having security tackle them. That's the only real way, and then ban them for life.
I think we just start throwing bird seed. More dead birds.
Dude. Like, what does it like a dead ball? Like, if it killed the bird, did they, like, I don't know what they did in the situation, but it's like, I feel like there could be times where that's got to be like a catwalk situation, you know?
Honestly,
in Tampa, do they have to replay it? Or is it, it's an out if it hits the catwalk, isn't it? Dallas has to redo a punt if it hits the scoreboard. That might be what I'm getting mixed up with.
Yeah, I've kind of had this idea for years. I think what home ballparks should do, especially Astros and stuff, when the other team is up late in the game and they need a deep drive, just release a shit ton of birds into the stadium. Can you imagine we're playing the Rangers late in the season and Marcus Semien comes up and hits a deep drive to right center field and a bird flies by and happens to connect it? That dropped. It was only a single. Runner went first to third instead of it being a 2-run bomb. Strategy.
Yeah.
I'll sacrifice a bird / government drone any day of the goddamn week to stop a home run from going out.
Right. As a concerned citizen.
Yeah. And also just because fuck the other team. Like I said, I will sacrifice birds. Shit, maybe I should just subscribe to the old Mayan fucking religions and stuff. Start sacrificing animals. Because I don't really. As long as it's birds, I don't care. I don't want to sacrifice animals. I don't want to sacrifice animals. I'll sacrifice birds.
Yeah, when you get into any kind of sacrifice, I feel like it's just a really slippery slope there.
I don't know. I'm a big fan of Joe Boo.
Wasn't really doing a lot of like human sacrifices though. At least.
Not human, but birds.
Not human.
And
I drone sacrifices.
Remember in what was it? Bull Durham. They had to sacrifice a chicken. I'll sacrifice a fucking chicken.
Right.
I'm gonna fry his ass up and eat it afterwards too. And I like rum.
KFC and say that was the chicken I sacrificed, but yeah,
I gotta say, all the baseball movies I've seen about sacrificing, I like all parts of it. Killing birds, rum. I'm a fan of all those. I just rewatched all the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Fucking, all I've been thinking about is rum.
Yeah, it makes you want to drink a lot of rum.
Actually, maybe start replaying Assassin's Creed Black Flag, but
because of pirates, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, pirates are fun.
Pirates are fun. Pirates are fun. That's just a fact right there.
Hope I never meet one, but
yeah, or there's like a chill pirate.
Like Jack Sparrow.
Part of the crew? Yeah, I'll be part of the crew, dude. What's up? Let's go.
Parlay.
What's the say pane?
Parsnip.
Are you trying to say parlay?
That's the one.
That's it, parlay.
I use different parlays.
Yeah.
Much less successful than Pirates parlays.
Yeah, not as successful at all. Robert, have you seen any of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies?
I have not.
All right.
Fun fact: the original one came out on my birthday.
That's a good fact. You always remember that.
July
you think
9th?
Think Pirates of the Caribbean.
Mm-hmm.
Did I get that right?
Plus, and the little monkey Jack in there, Capuchin Monkey. I've loved Capuchin Monkey since I was a fucking child. I want one so badly. I want a dog and a monkey to be best friends, and I want them both to be my best friend as well.
It was my birthday, Pat. I just remembered yours off the top of my head. July
last month.
I was surprised that I remembered that.
I put it in my phone. That's the only reason I'm bad about remembering birthdays.
Oh, no, I don't know birthdays unless somebody... The other day, it was my GM's birthday. I worked with the guy for 9 years. The 19-year-old host, when I get to work, was like, yeah, it's Sam's birthday. I was like, it fucking is?
Is there anything worse than that? Like last week or 2 weeks ago, I guess it was one of my bosses, like our boss's birthday, and like our company does like the happy birthday to so and so, and like I had like been in the kitchen like around him like 2 times and just had like full conversations with him, just shooting the shit.
No, I don't think it's bad.
What'd you do this weekend? Blah blah blah. I was like, oh, what's up, dude? I totally forgot. I didn't realize it was your birthday. And like he wasn't like obviously, yeah. Like I don't think people get upset with you, but you always feel like an idiot when you're like, fuck, I was sorry to talk to this person and say happy birthday.
Dude, I got halfway through the day last year on my birthday at work because I was working all day, and I got halfway through the day without anybody saying it. And then one of the servers showed up for the night shift, and she was like, "Happy birthday!" And I was like, "God damn it!" Then my GM was like, "Dude, you didn't say shit about it being your birthday." I was like, "No, I'm a dude in my 30s. What the fuck am I supposed to do for my birthday?" He ended up getting me this really cool Packers book though, so that was dope. But
that's thoughtful, very thoughtful.
But so that's why I'm like now I've been racking my brain for like a week. I was like, I gotta find him like a Celtics book or something.
Wait, Robert, your birthday's not last month.
No,
your birthday's March.
It is in March.
Gosh, I don't know the date, but I know it's in March. I realized I was wrong. So boom, shout out to me. Closer than Pat.
Closer than Pat. Yeah.
Yeah, Pat, suck it, dude.
What are you gonna do?
Whatever.
I tell people all the time when they're like, "You didn't remember my birthday." I'm like, dude, I still to this day don't know my father's birthday. I just have to rely on my siblings. Yeah, I don't know any. My brain doesn't work that way. I have to rely on other people to. And I used to always use Facebook. I never get on Facebook anymore.
See, I use Facebook for it all the time. And like when people were like, "Oh, hey," like some lady that I watched soccer with one time was like, "You didn't tell me happy birthday," and I was like, "I didn't know it was your birthday. I don't think we're Facebook friends." She's like, "Well, I don't have Facebook." I was like, "Well, then you can't expect me to know it's your birthday. I use Facebook to know when it's somebody's birthday. I don't text you all the time. Facebook's got to be the reason that I find out it's your birthday. Happy birthday, Jesse T. Arena. I know we went to high school with him. It was his birthday today because Facebook told me. And I was like, happy birthday, buddy.
Bro, I was thinking about Jesse like 2 days ago.
We don't need to get into it because only us.
No, we don't. We don't.
It's only relevant to us. But I was
We
just like,
don't.
that's a random name. They're just like, oh, it's his birthday. Haven't talked to that guy in years.
Actually, he
Happy
might have been
birthday.
in a dream of mine last night. Now that I think about it, I was dreaming about baseball.
Interesting. Last comeback kid we got this week. It's a selfish one for me. It's Blink-182, and not to brag or anything, but I finally hit a bet in golf. I'm like 0 for a billion. Usually, when there's a major golf tournament, I will pick 4 or 5 guys, throw a couple shillings on each of them, and I threw a couple shillings on Brooks Koepka a couple of months ago at the Masters. He choked it away the last day. And then I was like, you know what? Brooks Koepka maybe has a bounce back. He was one of the 4 guys I threw some money on. Even tweeted it out via Gravy Gamble if you want to go check out timestamps and everything. Put a couple shillings on him. Wins the fucking tournament. I was out of town this weekend. I didn't even really watch any of it, and like on Saturday. And I like Saturday night look at my phone, and I was like, Brooks Koepka's fucking first, like because he was like over par. He was nowhere near the leaderboard like the first day or two. And then it was like Saturday, he was at the top. And I was like, oh shit, I may have something going here. And then he did win. I got a nice little payout, and I am parlaying that into some sick Blink-182 tickets when they come to town.
Dude, I bet him pretty much every fucking tournament. I'll throw like $5 on him at the lead. Like just something to have him on. The one time I fucking don't. And he was like plus 2,000 odds.
Yep, he was plus 2,000.
He was plus 2,000. And the one fucking time I forget to bet him. And like it, out to a big lead after day one. So like it wasn't even what I ended up doing was during the final round when other people were making a surge, I put a little bit on him. So I still made, but he was like minus 175 when I got him. But I was just, God damn it. It's like they always say
it was a good feeling when you call it from like day one, as I've hit it before where you like pick somebody that's the leader like going into day 2 and like they hang on. But like I've never like done it where like you pick winner day 1 and then like it just works out that way, which is kind of sick.
They always say money won is better than money earned, which is true. But money not won because you didn't place a bet is worse than every other thing.
It's way worse, yeah.
Like when you just didn't make the bet and you thought about it.
Losing money and not making money is way worse than making money off of.
No, I think not placing the bet and not winning the money is way worse than losing money. Like I'd rather place a bet and lose it than have a bet that I thought about that was long odds win. Because then you're just like, fuck. I'd rather be down, fucking $30 instead of missing a bet that would have put me up like 300.
Yeah, no, that's fair. But what I was also going to say is like I didn't buy me all my Blink-182 tickets because turns out Blink-182 tickets are very expensive if you want to get like really good seats. And I do not want to jinx it, but I may or may not have like a future on an NHL team that I didn't want to mush Pat. I didn't want to shit on Pat because Pat's a Bruins fan, but maybe this team beat the Bruins in the first round. And
you played it exactly the right way.
And I didn't say a word about it. And if a certain team from Florida were to win the Stanley Cup, then I would definitely pay for the Blink-182 tickets in full with this. But like Blink-182 tickets, very expensive. I paid for a good portion of them with this, but still not enough. Let's go Panthers. Big Panthers fan going forward.
Dude, I'm a big Panthers fan too. When you texted me that you had the future, immediately I was like, hey, I fucking love and respect you for not ever mentioning it when they were playing the Bruins.
You did say
because even though it's a big thing for you, I was like, I really appreciate that as a great friend. But I've always been in the mindset that when a team knocks your team out of the playoffs, you should be rooting for them hard. Like I don't
unless you hate that team.
Unless it's a rival. But like when a team knocks your team out, you should be like, well, I want them to win the whole thing because then of course we lost. We lost to the team that ended up winning the whole fucking thing. There's no shame in that loss, no matter what round it's in. There's still a little shame in the Bruins being the greatest team in the history of the regular season. And then blowing a 3-1. Why am I
hockey? In hockey,
I've been riding. As soon as you told me that, I put the same future on him. So I've been riding with you ever since.
In my thinking, it's always like hockey either has like a favorite goes and then beats like an underdog, usually most of the time. But like it's like sometimes like that last seed beats the top seed and then just goes on a run. And I was like, if anybody can beat Boston, who's the best team, then they're going to be the best team because they can beat the best team. So then Florida, all that, like, probably not going to win this series even, but like, fuck it, let's throw some money on it. And yeah, got them at pretty good odds because they weren't supposed to beat the best team of all time, allegedly. And they did. So I was like so close to like buying Panthers gear the other day too. And I was like, no, we don't need to jinx it.
I mean, this is going to sound weird because the 8 seed Heat are very close to moving on to the finals too, but hockey is really the only sport where
it's like this is the first time it's ever happened in basketball.
Yeah, the seeding doesn't matter in hockey at fucking all. Once you make it to playoffs, if you've got momentum, like if you've been playing good like the month before and you've got a hot goalie, it doesn't matter if you're playing the 1 seed. It doesn't matter if you're the 8 seed. None of that matters. It's just now it's in the playoffs. Hockey, like everyone always says in every sport, playoffs are a completely different animal. Yes and no. In hockey, it's really fucking true. If you're hot in hockey, I mean, so the Panthers, they lost the first game, or they won the first game, lost 3 in a row to the Bruins, and have won 10 straight since then. They haven't lost a fucking game. They are murdering people, and it's fun to watch. It's impressive to watch, but you're just like, it's got that like special team of destiny vibe going on with you. Like, dude, they knocked out the greatest team of all time in the history of the regular season, and now they're just smoking fucking people. It's fun.
So like we don't have to do too much about hockey, but yeah, sports, sick, go Panthers. And then also I did curse the entire city of Dallas, and the Dallas Stars are down 3-0. So not to brag or anything, but that happened already. So we got that going for us. And then yeah, that's it. Although I guess last comeback kid, because we did bonus last comeback kid is West Ham, because we did become West Ham fans on this podcast. I now do a West Ham podcast as well, the Clear Big Blue podcast. Check that out on Tuesdays with Mike. But West Ham's in a European final for the first time in my life ever, like all of our lives. They're playing Fiorentina on I'm looking at the date, the 7th of next month for a European title. So we basically, Pastor Gravy hops on the West Ham bandwagon. West Ham stock all-time low, highest it's ever been right now. No big deal. We basically should get all of the credit for this. So shout out.
Well, I think partial credit should also go to Charlie Hunnam and Elijah Wood, because if not for them, you wouldn't be a West Ham fan, because I would have never suggested the team to you.
Suggested it. But yeah, shout out to us and them.
So I think that means maybe the day before you need to watch Green Street Hooligans. Yeah, get yourself hyped up.
Yeah, definitely do that.
Yeah, maybe we might just have to get together and have a viewing.
Dude, we should do that. We should do that, because I think we might record a day early that week.
Yeah.
And then you should come watch the game if you want to watch the game.
I mean,
I don't know.
Well, if we switch, I may not be able to.
But you should try that. It'd be sick.
I might be able to. I'll figure something out.
We'll see.
I'll figure something out.
All right. Stay tuned to that. But West Ham, shout out them. They're back. Let's move on to the not cool segment, where we encourage you guys, like all throughout the week, there's shit that happens that makes you say, hey man, that's not cool. Get run over by a bus. Definitely not cool. Robert having to also watch the PlayStation conference while doing a podcast, not cool. There's varying degrees of not cool, but we like it when you share your not cools with us. So hit us up on Twitter. We're at Pass the Gray Pod. Use the hashtag PTG not cool, at Pass the Gray Pod, hashtag PTG not cool. Share your not cool with us. We're gonna pick some of the best ones each week, and we're gonna read them on the podcast. So some listener or viewer not cools, and then we're gonna share ours with you. But the not cool segment this week is brought to you by Southern Star Brewing Company. Pat, will you tell everybody about our friends at Southern Star?
Bro, I am in the process of, I'm on my 3rd or 4th of these right now. I've been talking about them for weeks on end. If you guys haven't got on to these fucking Tejas hot chocolate stouts, you are missing the fuck out. I've been playing around with these things a lot. I don't know how, a lot of people out there, you may not be familiar. There's this thing called Liquor 43. They mix that with espresso, and it's called a Carajillo. It's a very famous drink. It's a very sweet liqueur. I believe it comes out of Italy. I had the thought the other day. I was like, hey, what if we put a little bit of that into a dark beer? I brought one of these to work and I tried it. Oh my God, it's like a dessert party in your fucking mouth. You don't want something that sweet with it? Get a nice cold glass, rim it with a little tahine, mix a little bit of cayenne in there to give it a little space. Bam, a spicy hot chocolate stout. Mind-blowingly fucking amazing. There's so many different things. I've got a crate of them. I keep a 6-pack of pumpkin beer in my fridge right now. You know what I did? I had a hard day last night. Came home, nice cold pumpkin ale in the fridge. You let it wash over you. You let it wash over you. I got Buried Hatchet stouts on deck. Always have these. I buy these regularly. I don't even drink them that often. I fucking always have at least a 4-pack in the fridge because you never know when you need a nice, just perfect dark beer. You got the Bommies. You got the Texas Punch IPAs, Strawberry Bombshell Blonde, the fucking mimosa in a can, the Sunday Brunch. Any flavor that you have, anything you like about beer, whatever you like to drink. You like fruity beers, you like IPAs, you like blonde ales, you like dark beer, you like just an easy something. No matter what, they're going to find you one. Get your ass up to the brewery. You go, if you don't like beer, if you're just getting into beer, you go, I don't really know what I like. I just turned 21. I've never drank before. Wink, wink. They'll fucking give you a sampler platter of just fucking beers. You get yourself a nice little flight. You try them all out, mix and match. Shit, what were the ones that we used to mix all the time? We do the strawberry and we did strawberry and the Sunday Brunch, right?
Yeah, strawberry. Yeah, that was exactly what it was.
Dude, get yourself a Buried Hatchet stout, get yourself a Bombshell Blonde, and make yourself a little black and tan right there.
Ooh, not a bad idea.
That's what's great about Southern Stars. There's always another variable. You can play with this, play with that. They're always playing around. That's another reason to get your ass to the tap room. So they always have some sort of seasonal or tap room exclusive on there. They're always playing around with beers. I feel like, and they did do a wide release on cans. I feel like that Strawberry Bombshell Blonde was a play around beer that they did. And then it went well. So they put it to a seasonal. Then they took it away from us. And then we badgered them until it was year round.
We harassed the fuck out of them until they did. Like, just
we harassed a beer company into giving us delicious beer.
And that's why we love you guys. And that's why we love Southern Star, because they're like, oh, you want these back? Yeah, y'all can have it. Here you go.
Dude, just the most delicious beers on the planet. The best variety of beers as far as I'm concerned. Like I said, I still drink these fucking pumpkin beers weekly. And people are always like, pumpkin, it's a seasonal. I'm just not in the mood for it. You're always in the mood for this shit. I guarantee you. You're right always now.
Going to be.
It's guaranteed. Never a bad time for it. There's always a bunch of fun shit going up on the brewery. It's not that they always have things planned at the brewery. It's that there's always things going on. There's always food when you're there on the weekends, and it's always family friendly. So you can bring all the kids out. There's other kids. There's a big field for them to run around, have fun. It's great weather, and it's shielded. Like there's trees on every side, so it's a nice view. It's not really view, but you know what I mean. It's a nice area. You don't have to worry about too much noise from the highway. The trees block it off. You got a great breeze running through pretty much at all times. It's just, I can't think of a better place to be.
You really can't. It's truly the best place in America.
If I could move all of my family into Southern Star Brewing, I would do it. I'm going to build a bunker.
3525 North Fraser Street up in Conroe. Go up there. Check out the tap room. Best tap room in town. I'm telling you. Let them know you're part of the Gravy Gang. They'll hook you up. And send us some pics. Southern Star Brewing Company, the best beer in the entire world. Official beer sponsor of the Not Cool segment.
Not
and
cool,
a new
man.
beer.
Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool.
And they have a new beer coming out this Saturday. No further questions. West Coast IPA.
Perfect. All right. Our first Not Cool from you guys, our first listener, viewers submitted Not Cool. By the way, viewers could be you if you're just listening to us. Don't forget to go subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@PassTheGravyPodcast, or you can just go search Pass the Gravy Podcast. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. When we get to 500 subscribers, we're going to give out something cool. But yeah, go subscribe to the YouTube channel. Robert does a lot of work on the YouTube channel, posting all the videos, all the stuff he edits. Go see our beautiful faces while you're listening to this. So, and if you're watching us, go make sure you subscribe to it on the audio version. Make sure you hit play on both. Give us the credit on both of those. Would really help out. And if you're watching the YouTube comments, just comment like, "What's up?" Give us a "What's up" in the comments. Help us out with that. But let's start with some of y'all's Not Cools. We're going to start off with Quentin Hughes at Q the Ace on Twitter. And Quentin says his Not Cool is the new trainee riding with me, talks on the phone on speaker and turns down the radio without asking the entire 45-minute ride.
No. Like
Big not cool. Big not cool.
This trainee is, I would just be like, sorry, no. I assume he's taking personal calls this whole fucking time. No, we're at work, dude. You should be like, hey, you know what? Tell him Q, be like, hey, I'd love to be talking to my wife right now. Guess what I won't do? One, in a 45-minute car ride, I'm not going to turn down the radio. And two, sure shit, not going to put it on fucking speakerphone so the person I don't know is next to me hearing all this. No. Next time they turn down the radio, just turn it back up and be like, this is not a time for personal calls.
Well, I don't
have
a problem with like the turning down the radio, but like you gotta at least be, hey, is it cool if I like you're gonna take a call? Hey, I got a call. Is it cool if I do this? And then you just take the call like a regular person, put it to your fucking ear, and don't do it on speaker. Like I don't have a problem with being like, hey, I gotta take this call. Is it cool if if anybody did that to me? Absolutely, dude. You can turn the radio down right now. Like I got you. But like to just do it, the balls to just do it as a trainee and then to be on speakerphone, like egregious actions. Well, absolutely egregious.
Yeah, turning down the radio itself is not like if you're like, I got to take a call. But to take the call on speakerphone and to just, I don't know if it's one call that took 45 minutes. I don't think so. He said he talks on the phone and turns on the radio, but he said it's the entire 45 minutes. No. If you're in the car with somebody, you do not get to have a 45-minute phone call. It's just not fucking allowed. And if
you can't trap them in that, especially on speaker.
Dude, I'm sorry, like it's something I got to figure out for so and so, and you know I got this going on in my apartment. Okay, tell them to call back after work. You're at work right now. You think I can just in the middle of work be like, sorry guys, you're all on your own on the floor. I got to go take this personal call outside for 45 minutes while we're busy. No, that's fucking crazy to me.
Yeah, I mean, there's certain stuff with like apartments and stuff, and like houses. Like I get it, but like, you don't just auto turn somebody's music down and then have to do like the speakerphone in public is just insane to me. So yeah,
insane. I don't know when people just started thinking it used to be universally known. The few people that did do speakerphone in public, you're the biggest fucking asshole in the world. No, everybody fucking does it.
Well, sometimes it's FaceTime, which is a little bit different, but still put some fucking headphones in.
No, it's not. People do FaceTime now, and they're like, well, it's FaceTime. I can't. You're shopping. You're not even looking at the fucking person you're FaceTiming. So don't tell me it's FaceTime and I have to have it on speaker. Fucking call them and put in goddamn headphones or keep the phone up to your ear.
There used to be a girl I worked with that she would FaceTime her boyfriend. She worked like when I was part-time at the radio station, and I was just working weekends, and like she would work the very early morning shift that I also worked, but just down the hall. And like there'd be times where you'd have to go like I had to be, hey, what's up? Like do you know about this? And I'd be able to ask her questions, and like she would FaceTime her boyfriend like her whole shift. Like she would just have him up on the thing, and like he's just like sitting there, and they're not always talking to each other. So it'd be like I remember like there were times where I just would forget that they were doing that because it's kind of weird and you just don't assume people do that. And you'd walk up like, hey, what's up? Blah 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 blah. Did you get this? What do I do on this? How do you do this? And like I look over at the board and like he's just like staring at it. I'm like, oh, what's up, dude?
Also, by the way, guys,
that's weird. That was weird as shit. I don't know what that's
if you're in a relationship and you do that, get the fuck out of that relationship because the person that's making their partner do that, well, let's just stay on phone with each other the entire day. They don't trust you at all to even have work interactions with other people, and they just think they're going to cheat on me. They're going to cheat on me. If they're not on the phone with me at all times, they're going to get the fuck out of that relationship.
Yeah, I don't know what happened in that relationship.
If you're the person that is making them do that, you're fucking batshit insane. You're batshit insane. Now, I don't know if they have cheated on you in the past before. Well, then you need to get the fuck out of there. Or if a previous boyfriend or girlfriend has cheated on you.
You shouldn't have to. Yeah, your whole 8-hour shift. You shouldn't have to FaceTime with somebody.
I have never wanted to talk to somebody for 8 hours straight or just be around them. At work, I don't want to be around the people I work with for 8 hours.
That's why they pay you to do it. But yeah, Quentin, the new trainee that's turned down your volume, your radio to talk on speaker in the car. Huge, not cool. Solid one to start us off with this week.
They should probably kill them.
Don't condone murder on this podcast.
I didn't say murder. Just
said kill.
Act like, make it look like an accident. unbuckle their
murdered still.
seatbelt, push them out of the car, make
Well,
it
that
big.
would,
Oh,
you would still be
they,
murdering them, just making it look like it wasn't.
they were on the phone and they thought they just got wrapped up in their conversation and
I
they
think
tried
you
to
could get
step out of the
incriminated now.
car. No, dude, this is lawyer-patient confidentiality.
Ashley Wilkins with our next one. She's at Buster Healer Mix on Twitter, and she says her not cool is that my car would not start and I had to get it towed. Yeah, that is just the like, hey, like my car won't start. Okay, cool. Let me figure out what it is. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to get it towed, and you had to wait on the tow truck. All that is a pain in the ass. It's expensive, and then you're just in a bad mood because now you know you have chores.
It's always
It
it's
never
minimum
happens where
$50.
you're like, oh, good. I was hoping my car would get towed. It would break down here. Yeah, I definitely didn't have any other plans. It's always like when you're like, well, my Saturday was going to be awesome. I'm going to go to the store. I'm going to do this. And you get to the store, your car won't start. You're like, fuck. Now I have to get my car towed to a place. Then I have to go sit at a place. Then I have to pay money that I didn't want to spend. And now whatever I was going to do on my nice little Saturday is ruined.
There's not many worse things. Especially because it's a car.
Yeah.
Like the lightest car bill you can ever expect is like $120.
Yeah, I would say.
And that's like if you get a car bill, it's like $100.
Probably not
like,
that though. Yeah.
You're like, that's fucking awesome. That's all this was.
Great.
Normally they're gonna come back to you and be like, it's gonna be like $750.
That was just the estimate. Sorry, we were way off.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Ashley. That
TZP's
blows.
Hopefully you got it all fixed up. Glamour Perry writes in with our next not cool. She's at Glam for Life on Twitter, GLAM, the number 4LYFE. And Glamour says, when your memorial plans get canceled last minute, so nobody has. Oh wait, let me read that. When your memorial plans get canceled last minute, so no boat party plan, no more boat party plans. My bad. Her Memorial Day plans got canceled. There's no more boat party plans. That's what I got from that.
I mean, yeah, that sucks. Expecting to go on a boat and it not happening blows. But also think of it this way:
those plans are not done. Glamour, one, you were a girl, you were a female. There's other dudes that have boats, and this is boat season. Make that a comeback kid. When I send you the prep sheet, just add boat season because it is like, oh my god, hey, we were just wondering, like, are you doing anything for Memorial Day weekend? I had some friends. My friends were just like, we were trying to figure out what we were gonna do, and we were just like, we should go to the lake. And I was like, you know what? Johnny does have he's got a boat. Like, are you gonna be out on the lake? Yeah, on like a holiday weekend. Absolutely. I was gonna. Do you wouldn't want to like let all of us come on the boat? Like, yeah, girls can get on boats free all. Like, that's the benefit. Like, guys, yeah, okay, maybe we make 25% more lifetime pay wise because of wage gap that Pastor Gravy has tried to fix, though. Anyway. But we can't just go on a boat for free because dudes want us on their boats. In fact, it's quite the opposite. It's like, how many dudes you got with you? Get them off. They can't come on the boat. Girls, everybody wants girls on the boat. Nobody wants dudes on the boat.
Also, just do it this way then. There is always that great thing when plans get canceled and you just go, oh, I don't have to go now. Now, yes, it's less likely in this because the plan was to go on a boat. Always a great time. Fucking just grab your friends and go to a pool. Get hammered. You're still in the water. It's still great.
Glamour.
But
just
now
find one of the dudes or the other dudes, you know.
No,
not saying Glamour. I'm not saying Glamour's some floozy or anything. I'm just saying, like, it's probably not that hard to make a phone call and find like another dude that has a boat. It's like, yeah, you and some other girls can come on the boat.
She probably can't do that. I'm just saying, pool, also great. Also, all of a sudden, if you have to take a shit when you're on a boat, not the easiest thing. You got to take a shit when you're at a pool. Bathrooms are available. I'm just saying.
Boat. Some boats have bathrooms.
Some of them. Usually the weekend party boats don't.
Probably not.
And also, if you're going to the kind of boat that has a bathroom, those don't get canceled last minute. Those are called yachts. Yeah, yacht parties are, well, I would have to assume are well planned out. I've never been invited. I don't have the right kind of tits.
Not yet. When we have the SS Gravy boat one day, though.
Oh,
we'll be living on that bad boy. I'm gonna put like a yacht, like a way too big yacht, like in a lake though. So it's got to be anchored in the middle of the lake constantly, and like we have to like boat out to the boat, and like we can't go anywhere in the boat because it's too big for the lake, really. But it just kind of sits there.
Bro,
like, how cool it looks though, right?
I would for years, ever since I saw Overboard, I've wanted a houseboat.
I want a house.
And then when I
yeah,
saw the replacements, I was like, Shane Falco is living the
yeah,
life.
even more. I want it. Yeah, I want to drink beer on a houseboat. That'd be so sick.
Oh, hurricane's coming. I'll drive it somewhere else.
Well, let me go somewhere. How much does a houseboat cost?
I'm gonna guess the bottom end. You're gonna be looking at least $250,000.
Average cost of a houseboat based off of boat ownership from lakewizard.com is $50,000. What?
But then there's
I
docking
mean,
fees.
new ones are much pricier,
Yeah.
and new ones rarely sell for less than 150,000. Okay, so we could buy a used houseboat though.
Could I just park it in the middle of one of the many ponds in Katy?
Probably not.
I mean, what are they gonna do?
Let's look at some. Where would I find
What are they gonna do?
Boattrader.com. All right, we're on that. We're on that.
I'm gonna get a very
Robert,
small
find us a good
houseboat
boat we can live on.
and park it in a friend's pool.
Dude. All right. Just right off the bat. 1979 Gibson Bodle 36, $44,450. Or we could pay it off in increments of $418 a month.
Also, all the things that I find great about a houseboat, like with the downsides that come with it, I'm also like, dude, I should just get a trailer.
Yeah, but this
I
is like a
could li- I
trailer
could
bed on
li-
the ocean.
I know that's the cool part, dude. An Airstream, but it's one of those ones that can like
Just
you turn an
floats.
Airstream into one of those aqua cars. You combine those technologies, so it becomes a houseboat, but it's also a trailer.
I like that.
Dude, just find a way for a pontoon to also be a trailer.
That's what some of these look like, just pontoon boats.
Pontoon boats are the
They
best.
just have but they just have like sheds on top of them.
Like the only people who think pontoon boats aren't the best boats are the people that do like water sports. So yeah, you can't ski behind that. You can't wakeboard behind it. You can. It's not that exciting because you're going slow. But guess what? Most people aren't going on boats to fucking exercise. We're going on there to pack on 1,600 calories of beer.
Right. I feel like we're getting sidetracked, but yeah, Glamour, you probably, I don't like that does suck that your Memorial Day boat plans get canceled, but I got faith. If anybody's got a boat, hook Glamour up. Bring those plans back. Jordan Welch writes in with our next not cool. He's at J_Welch2795 on Twitter, and Jordan says his not cool is left my phone charger in a locker at work. Had to buy another one. I mean, at least you got the charge, but like that does suck. We're like, now I don't have a charger. I have way too many chargers. I have one for like every room of my house, just so I can always charge. But yeah, if you're just rolling with the one charger system, that's a scary feeling. You're like, I don't know where it is.
I don't know. Like, I know a lot of people do it. I think in this day and age, to roll with one charger is the craziest fucking thing. Dude, you can buy a pack of like 8 chargers on fucking Amazon for like $12.
Yeah, like I have a 6-foot charger on either side of my couch. I have multiple different ones because I have different iPads that have the different plugins. So then like that's like 3 chargers on my side of the couch. My bed, I have like a charging station that like holds my watch, and it has 3 little prongs to like I could do 3 Apple device charges at the same time. I have the wireless charger in this podcast studio. In our kitchen, we've got one. I have one in my car. I have one in my backpack for work, just in case I need a charger at work. Like, I got a billion of them. Wherever I'm going, I usually have a charger.
Oh yeah, I mean, I keep in my backpack that I take to work with me and shit. I keep an extra cord. I never
you always
have
roll with
use
like an
it.
extra battery,
Dude. My portable charger is the only thing that charges my phone because the charging port itself is fucked up. So like if I absolutely have to at work, I can plug it in, and then I have to like push it tight. And everyone knows how like when your port gets fucked up, the gymnastics you have to do to get it to work. I can make it work. But that's why I always have my portable, and that's what I use to charge my shit. But I still keep an extra cord just because you never know when somebody's gonna need one.
Yeah, dude, just treat yourself. Go with your next paycheck. Just buy like a $20 pack of 3. And like the Amazon ones are probably gonna crap out eventually, and just buy some more. And it's like, get the 6-foot one. You can go wherever you want with it. They're nice. It's worth it to me. And it's always awesome to have like 4 chargers too. That like if you have like, if for some reason I had 3 friends that were like, we all need to charge our phones now. Here you go, guys.
Here, just the first one that pops up. A 6-pack of lightning cords for the iPhone, $9.96 on Amazon.
Perfect.
It's a prime one. Normally it's $33. It's $9.96 right now, and it gets delivered by Friday.
Sounds like a deal. All right.
It's like just so many of them. Just buy more cords, dudes, and dudettes.
You can't have too many chargers.
You
Raimundo
can't.
Benavides at Kmundo B is the next not cool we got. He's our reigning Pasta Gravy MVP, but Raimundo says his not cool is running. I'm finally in a place where I can get back to exercising, and it sucks. Yeah, it like I don't get the.
That's why I don't do it.
The runner's high. I don't ever really have it. It's just like, man, I'm glad. Like the high is when I'm done, and I'm glad it's over.
These colors don't run. All right.
But it is kind of cool when you can like work on your stamina and like dude, I just did like this many miles without stopping, really, or like slowing down at this pace. Like you kind of like, all right, that is cool, but like it still sucks.
Nah, stamina's overrated. All you need is 3 minutes.
All you need
Tops.
Not even. Yeah.
Tops.
But yeah, dude, that does suck. But good for you, buddy, for getting back out there.
Free
Tessa
weights.
Goriantz.
Get a rowing machine. Don't run.
Tessa Goriantz at Tessa Goriantz on Twitter, TESSAGORYANCE. She says her not cool is the zipper of your pants breaking and you can't go home to change because you're the only person trained at your position. But shout out to my coworker who not only had a safety pin, but also doctored my pants. Yeah, any kind of like wardrobe malfunction like that is like you ever go to work and you forget to wear a belt and you're like, shit, I should have worn a belt with these pants. These pants are too big. Like that's the worst. You always realize it like while you're at work and you're like, no, this is gonna suck all day. Or you got two different socks on or whatever it is. It's like there's nothing worse than that. But like when something breaks, yeah, that sucks. And you're like, I can't just run home real quick.
A good hack you can use if you ever forget your belt or something like this happens and you have, maybe you're wearing jeans or whatever that has belt loops. If you can get your hands on saran wrap, you just pull out about 6 feet of it and then fucking squeeze that shit down into a rope and then tie that bitch around and tie it off. I've had to do it. I mean, it's
Looks
much easier to
too.
do it. Well, I mean, when you work in a restaurant, it's kind of easier because there's lots of. I don't know how many regular jobs have just saran wrap lying around, but maybe in the kitchen, like in the common area, there's some. But I mean, you can do it. If somebody was like, oh, "What are you wearing?" I'm sorry. Would you rather my pants be around my fucking knees? The options I had were saran wrap around my waist or you seeing my balls. So you tell me what was the better option.
Right.
Saran wrap?
That
okay.
is a solid.
Shut the fuck up.
It's a solid, not cool test. T's and P's. Glad you made it through it though, and shout out to your coworker for sure. All right.
You should buy that coworker a Southern Star.
Buy him a Southern Star. I know you know how. I know you know where to get those.
Yeah.
At Past Grade Pod, hit us up #PTG not cool if you want to submit your not cools for future uses. I can start us off. I have a couple, and I can run through them pretty quick. Did go to a water park. I said water park was awesome. What was not awesome was my dumbass. There were 2 slides that were like just kind of like real straight drops, and then it hooks out, so you get going real quick. And on the first one, I don't know why, but when I went down, I like stuck my legs out and like you could hear for a good part of it. I don't know why I stuck my legs out, but it was over before I realized I had, and I just had a fucking massive ass blister on the bottom of my foot from just the friction like going down that slide. Not fun for like I'm past the part where like it's just tender to walk on. I just don't want to go running on it this week. So I've just been doing a bunch of like indoor workouts and shit. Not to brag about working out or anything, but like I couldn't go running with it because just it was the worst. And it was like weird, like when you get a blister on the bottom where you're just like, this is not fun to walk on. It hurts every time I'm taking a step. That part's over. It's kind of calloused over, but just getting a blister because I was a dumbass and forgot how to go down water slides was that was my first not cool. And then my real not cool is you guys know a fan of the show Big Brother. I feel like I've tried to convert most people into that. We have Pass the Gravy Bro, which is still a podcast. Big Brother is we've always preached like, hey, you know what? You should watch Big Brother. If you like football like we do, basketball, hockey, that's over here before too long. And then you had baseball. We like baseball, but baseball, baseball can only do so much. Then we got like, all right, well, Big Brother, it's in the middle. Like it starts in July. Awesome. This is going to be fucking great. It's over. We're like week 2, week 3 of football season. Super awesome. Loved doing that. I think it ended the second week of football season this past year, second or third week of football
Something like
season.
that, yeah.
But it always ends right around there. You're like, you know what? I can have enough of that overlap, but it's the sport that I look at as a sport that bridges me into football season. That's why we did the podcast on it, because we loved it so much like that. They're fucking doing Big Brother with an August 2nd start date, which is fucking horseshit. It's like a month after they normally do it, which means it's going to be like week 8 of the NFL season by the time this fucking show ends. Like,
Yeah.
I get it, dude. Whatever. We got a writer strike. We don't really need writers for Big Brother, but like, fuck you. This is our summer show. It's not an August show.
Yeah, you don't need
August,
writers.
I'm talking training camp. I'm talking fucking preseason football. I don't have fucking time for Big Brother all the time. Like, will Pass the Gravy Bro continue? It very likely will. I've had multiple discussions with multiple people about scenarios in which Big Brother Pass the Gravy Bro will continue. So if you are a listener, please don't unsubscribe just yet. We do have plans for Pass the Gravy Bro. The plans may also include that I and Pat and whoever may not be on every single episode, because just like the Giants play Sunday nights, I'm not gonna fucking miss a good Giants team fucking playing that to like they do Big Brother. I'm gonna still watch Big Brother. I'll still keep up with it. But like, we're gonna have people that do cover it. We'll have people that do the episodes. You guys know Allison. Allison may just be the lead. Allison may be the lead in this, and I hop on as much as I can, and Emma hops on as much as she can, and like maybe it's a Allison and Emma show. Who knows? But they're very capable hands.
Probably much better than
there will be some capacity of Pass the Gravy Bro this year. It just pisses me off. It's like, because I always like I would get like burnt out on Big Brother just because we did so much, and then it was like, and then football happens and you're like starting to like a whole new burnout, and it's like, I'll be halfway through fucking football season and we're done with this goddamn show now. So pissed. You took
It's
my
so
summer
dumb.
show away. You took it away. Fuck you, CBS.
Dude, it's like you don't need writers. You've been making this show for 20 years. You
do
reuse
it.
all of the same games.
Well,
You
what are
don't
we
need
gonna have
writers.
on the nights in the fall? I don't fucking care, man. I don't fucking care.
Doesn't
Don't
matter what
go
you
up
have on
against
the nights in the
football.
fall. Yeah, you're going against football. You're not going to win.
Football. But yeah,
Use
those are my
reruns.
not cools. Those are my not cools.
Mine was
Pass the Gravy Bro will live on though.
So at work, what we do now, instead of just having piles of fucking jugs of peanut oil for our fryers, on our second location, we've like at our warehouse storage location, wherever the fuck you want to call it, we've got this like 65 gallon, I don't know what you want to call it, drum, bucket, whatever the fuck you want to, that we can load all that shit into. And then whenever we need 3 of them at a time, you just go over there, you click on the hose, you fill up the fucking things, you bring them back over. So the other night, or last night, one of the guys tells me, hey, we need 3 of them for tomorrow. I'm like, all right, well, we only have one person in the morning. So I was like, whatever. I'll wait until everybody leaves tonight, and then I'll go over there, fill these fucking things up, bring them back to the restaurant, and then I'll go home. For whatever reason, it took longer than normal. So by the time everyone's gone, it's 11 o'clock. By the time I get to go over there, I go over this. It's literally like it's a storage facility. There's no fucking light in it. I'm using my flashlight on my phone that I've got perched up against shit. And I fill up the first one, no problem. I'm filling up the second one about halfway through. Where the hose connects to the tank just fucking like snapped. So I'm in an area that is not lit well. I've got peanut oil just fucking starting to spew all over the goddamn ground. It's hot. I'm sweating my fucking balls out. Luckily, I'm able to like pretty quickly rotate the fucking tank so that thing, like the base of it, is no longer pointed out. I like pointed up there, and it wasn't filled. It only had maybe 8 gallons of shit in it, so I was able to just tilt it. But it's fucking 11:30 at night at this point. I've got oil all goddamn over me. I got oil on my fucking pants. Fuck, that reminds me. I got to get new goddamn pants now because that shit's not going to come out. I got oil on my shoes, oil all over the fucking ground. I just text my GM and I was like, dude, here's what happened. When you see these in the morning, if you want me to come in, I'll fucking come in and we'll go. So I had to drive in there today and went and get all the pieces from Home Depot and fix it. But I was just like, the one time, and I texted earlier, I was like, hey, all this needs to get done. If by chance I forget to go over there after the end of the shift, I'll text you guys and then you can send one of the kitchen guys over to do it. The one time I'm not fucking lazy. The one goddamn time I'm like, I'm going to be I'm going to get this. Oh,
Look
and
at
then by
me.
the way, all this shit. So yeah, all that happens. I get all fixed up. And we actually did have a couple that hadn't been poured in yet. So I was like, I put those in the back of the van. Tell them to fucking fill it up with that. I get back to the restaurant. I realize I don't even have any liquor at home. I had a couple cold beers in the fridge, but I want to save those for today. I poured myself like 3 fingers of fucking whiskey, just threw that shit down and then went home. Like that. It's a good thing about being the manager at a bar. You're allowed to drink when you need it.
Yeah.
I get all the way home and I'm like, okay, well, there's still maybe a chance I won't have to go back in tomorrow. I'm taking my wallet and shit out of my pit. Fucking credit card for the restaurant is in my pocket because I had to go buy Topo Chico for the restaurant earlier with the receipt wrapped around. I get home and just text in all caps back to the manager. Fuck, I've got the card. I'll see you in the morning. I was like, God damn it. I was so fucking pissed off.
Yeah, that's a fucking solid, not cool.
Bro, and we went to Home Depot to get all the
sucks.
pieces. We just got a 50-pound bag of sand, which by the way, it felt like 150 pounds carrying that thing around. That shit was heavy. But then just basically poured sand all over the fucking storage unit. So goddamn angry. And it was just one of those, I get home and I just walk in and I just look at my sister. She pauses the TV, goes, what happened? I just had that look on my face. I was like, fuck this shit, man.
And it's not even like, because like there are those days where like, I guess it doesn't happen in radio. Like when I would do the catering place, where like you're just like, I'm so fucking shit. Like, everything just went wrong. I'm fucking out. And then it's like knowing like, fuck, I do have to go right back tomorrow though. It's not over. Like sometimes you're out of it. You get home and you're like, okay, at least it's done. And you're like, no, it's not done yet because I still have to fucking accomplish the task now. This is the worst. Like it's like you're just waiting for part 2 and you had to just hang out and like do a holding pattern until then.
And I was just waiting for the other managers to just shit on me, like, you dumb fuck, you broke it. And I was like, if I had, like, if any part of this was my fault, I would have been like, yeah, dude, I wrenched the fucking tube around and that caused the thing to be. No, I just kind of fucking moved and it snapped. Like, it wasn't even I'd be happy to fucking take the ridicule and all the blame if something I did cause this to happen. It was just the littlest fucking thing. And then he didn't even give me shit about it. I thought he was just like, you dumb. Well, the bar manager did say, you drunk dumb Irish fuck, but that was the extent of the shit that I got out of it. And I was like, I wasn't even drunk, man. I don't know what to tell you. Just
it sucks.
Fucking covered in oil, sweating at 11:30 at night. Not my favorite memory.
Builds character though.
I think I've got enough.
That's true. Robert, what you got?
I think that companies should stop using X when referring to 10 because no one ever says
turn up your volume a little bit if you can.
No one ever says it as 10. People always say it as X. Like fast 10, people are saying fast X. The iPhone 10, people say iPhone X.
Wasn't that actually the 9th one though? Wasn't that
Yeah,
actually the 9th iPhone?
They skipped 9.
They skipped 9 and
make it have 10.
Yeah, which was like just make 9 and then come out with X. That was stupid.
No, they wanted X because they could make more money off of it.
Yeah, you could have done that at 10 also, but
just people don't know the Roman numerals. They just see X, so they say X.
Yeah,
I
think Roman numerals play through like 5. Like, you know, like there's a handful of like once you get to 10, it's like, all right, that's too many. You just put 10, put the number.
There's
like
only
Super Bowls it works.
Yeah,
Super
I was gonna
Bowls
say there's only
it works.
Only one reason to use Roman numerals,
Rome.
and it's Super Bowls. That's it.
And
also, I think
clocks, but also clocks. Just put 1, 2, 3,
no,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
because
11,
it's still
12.
a pain in the ass.
Like
Yeah.
I understand if clocks do it, but just put 1 through 12. Just fucking stop.
Also, we should get rid of standing ovations. The film festival was going on recently, and all I kept seeing was this movie received a 12-minute standing ovation.
Jesus.
Well, I mean, the thing that's never going away because film nerds love smelling their own farts. And the people that are there at a film festival, like, I've been standing up clapping for 248 straight seconds, but we got to do another 400 seconds so that we break the fucking record. Dude, I'm part of this. No, you're not, you dumb
dude.
fuck. Like, if I was the director of that movie, I would walk out after, I think, 30 seconds of clapping. I'd be like, all right, everyone fucking stop. Because they do panels afterwards. I'm like, this is just awkward. You guys are making this awkward and weird.
I think if somebody gave me a 5-minute standing ovation, that'd be awesome. It'd be excessive, but it's like, this is sick. Like, I'm crushing it. But like, no one else fucking cares. And it's very like self-serving, but no one else fucking cares. And like, I always feel like the people that like are super big standing ovation people, like, not shitting on our healthcare providers, healthcare workers, great people, awesome doctors, nurses, you keeping the world going around. You did during the pandemic. But during the pandemic, remember there was that period of like a month in New York where it was like, all right, everybody, at 5:00, we're going to go out on our balconies and we're going to give a standing ovation to all of our healthcare workers. And it's like, your healthcare workers are probably not going home right then because they're not on those kind of clocks. 5:00 doesn't mean they can get done saving a life right now. They're probably in the middle of doing shit right now and they're going to go home later when they can fucking finally get off. But like, it was the people that were like, all right, yes, they were giving a standing ovation. Like, they would go record themselves giving standing ovations. And it is like, not saying all movie critics they love the smell of their own farts, but like a lot of movie critics like the smell of their own farts. They like to be pretentious. They like to be uppity. They like to be like, oh yes, I have taste. I know what's good. Oh, that was so good. I just couldn't stop clapping for 15 minutes. It is very like chauvinist, if that's the right.
Nope. Chauvinist is not it.
Showboaty. Cocky.
I can prove to you right now, and I guarantee you I will change your mind on this, about how you said you would love if somebody gave you a 5-minute standing ovation.
Not just one person, but it would make a whole crowd. Yeah, I would absolutely.
Doesn't matter. What's the worst thing in the world? When people are singing you the happy birthday song. You just say, that song takes I just timed it while you were talking. I looked at my timer. 11 seconds to sing happy birthday is what it takes. That is the longest 11 seconds of your fucking life. Nobody enjoys it. You're just sitting there like looking back and forth to people like, hi, thank you. That's nice of you. And you hate can you imagine being on stage and then let's just round it down to 10 seconds. 10 by 6, 30 times as long. A 5-minute ovation is 30 times as long as the happy birthday song. But at least
song. a song is awkward because people don't usually sing to you. And I'm not saying people usually clap for me. They definitely don't.
Because people don't like being the center of it. Actually,
people saying words at you where you just like.
I have flipped myself on this a little bit now because the only people that could ever enjoy the happy birthday song being sang to them are absolute narcissists that want everything to be about them. Most people hate it because they don't want to be the center of attention because it's fucking weird and awkward. Who are the biggest narcissists on the planet that want everything to be about them all the time? People in movies. They all think they're the main character of everything. Even fucking side characters, directors, director of photography, all these people, they're like, what I did was amazing. I'm off. That's why all these celebrities do all these fucking videos along with it. This is what we believe in politics. And everyone's like, shut the fuck up.
You play pretend.
So yes, I get why they would like it in cons, but that's why it's never going away, Robert, because they're all the biggest narcissists on the planet. And then the people that would fly out to see these movies are just as bad, just not good at acting. The whole system is horrible, and it's the worst thing ever, and I hate every bit of it as much as you do, Robert. Unfortunately, people suck, and it's not going away.
Yeah, I saw multiple articles with like, this movie got 5 minutes. This movie got 15
They were
minutes.
embellishing on some of those, right? Like, there was no way, though, that somebody's really getting 15 minutes. Like, that is a long time. It's
they
probably
do
like,
it.
yeah, it was 5 minutes, and they were like, yeah, it's 15 minutes. Just
I think it's because like
It's become a thing.
they applaud the director, the clapping. Oh, how about the writer? Bob, clap, clap, clap. How about the actor? How about the director again?
And
I
it
think
is like the wave mentality, I think, where
Mhm.
it's like the guy that gets the wave going, like, fuck yeah, this is crushing. And like the guy that's like, and round of applause here for our star. Round of applause here for Brad Pitt. And everyone's like, fuck yeah, Brad Pitt. And he's like, I got everybody clap. Okay, cool. And like you get that little high, like you get when you get the wave going for those people. And he's like, and what about Robert De Niro, everybody? Yeah. And then whoever the female lead is, and it's like you get that high. Like, I'm just gonna point to everybody. This is great.
I think I found a way to stop it, Robert. Unfortunately, it involves one of us becoming the head of one of these film festivals.
Done.
We have to
One
make
of
it so
us.
that, yes, one of us. We have to make it so that if you applaud, you get thrown out. We make the rule that instead of applauding, you have to sing happy birthday as your applause, and they'll cut that shit off real quick. Nobody's gonna repeat.
No.
Nobody's gonna repeat "Happy Birthday" a second time because they loved it that much. They're just like, all right, we're done.
Because you still have to show a way to like show that you liked it. And I feel like clapping for something, but like a standing ovation, a little excessive.
Sing loudly. Sing
Let's do
loudly
a shot clock.
for "Happy
Let's
Birthday."
have a shot clock.
Happy birthday to you. That's how you show. They just have the noise meter. That's what that's what these film festivals need. Instead of 15 minutes of applause, oh, they had fucking 30 decibels of noise.
Just have a shot
Cheer-
clock.
Cheer like you mean it.
24 seconds. You 24 seconds. Done.
Really, what they just need me is for me to walk out on stage and be like, shut the fuck up. You did not enjoy. I've never enjoyed anything in my life enough to give it a 5-minute standing ovation.
No, it is kind of cunty to be like, yeah, I just didn't stop clapping for 5 minutes. Like, really?
Can you imagine if the first time you got a blowjob, you just sit there clapping at the girl for 5 minutes? Like, it was amazing. That was so fucking
apologized.
good.
I was apologizing for 5 minutes, actually. Sorry, that was so bad.
And not just clapping at you. You had to stand while clapping. You're going to be dizzy in that moment anyway. You can't do that.
Yeah, no, I'm on board with that. Let's get rid of the standing ovation. It's a little excessive. All right, just an applause for the military and the 2 baseball players that killed birds and Brittany Griner. Absolutely standing ovations.
Yeah, I don't want to get rid of them. Cap them to 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
What,
is
24 seconds. 24 seconds. Shot clock.
It's long enough. Well,
putting shot
here's
clocks
the thing.
on things. No. Putting shot clocks on things makes everything more efficient. At an ATM, at a fucking anything. When you're fucking ordering at a restaurant, fucking 24-second shot clock. All right, we'll come back to you. We're gonna restart it. 24 seconds on a shot clock when your standing ovation is done, and then implement some sort of lunk alarm, like at 24-hour for Planet Fitness or whatever, where it's like when people are being hardos working out, you're like, lunk alarm, this guy's grunting. Like, this guy's standing too long. This guy's standing ovationing too long. Chill out.
I'm trying to look up what the shot clock is in Europe because I feel like that's the one we should use because all these film festivals are
No,
fucking
24
over
seconds.
there.
America does it better. 24 seconds.
I know, but for once in my life, I was trying to not impose American imperialism on other countries.
That's what we do here in America.
Yeah, but this is art we're talking about. Art is stupid and European, so let's just leave it to their fucking rules.
All right, that was solid, not cool. Solid, not cool, Robert. Very simple, and then definitely got hijacked like most of them do.
Yep.
Let's wrap this up with our answers segment. We always open up the show with our ideas, our questions, whatever we have on our minds, and we'd like to finish the show each week with your questions, your thoughts, your ideas, drunk thoughts, whatever it is. You want relationship advice? I think the first time ever we actually have relationship advice from somebody that they're asking for. You want any kind of thoughts about power rank some stuff, give it to us, give us 5 options and we will power rank them because we are addicted to power ranking things. But hit us up on Twitter. We're at PassGreatPod. Use the hashtag PTG answers to reach us out. So you got to attach at PassGreatPod to hashtag PTG answers, so we will be able to search that and find it through there. I am at Alex J. Middleton, Pat's at not Pat Dan, Robert is at Robert Barbosa 03. And then you can also email them to us, answers at passgreatpod.com. Although we do check that way less. We have 1 email question, and this has been sitting there for a minute. So sorry we're getting to it. But
this is a novel.
Yeah, it was, but I was like, I don't know. We don't ever get questions like that, so I'm gonna go with it.
Oh, I'm
But
excited.
yeah,
This is a story. I'm excited to read this.
at Pass the Grade Pod, any questions you got, hit us up at Pass the Grade Pod, hashtag PTG Answers. This is the answers segment.
Well, if you just answer the question, why don't you just answer the question? Be honest, no big deal. Yeah, answer the question.
Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question. It's like, what's the answer?
Any questions?
All right. Our first question comes from emailer Amy, and I didn't know if she wanted her last name attached to it because it's a relationship question, I guess, or it's a dating question. But Amy says, this is a really long one, so strap in, everybody. Amy says, I went on a date with a guy a few days ago. We started out our date on the beach, and it went well initially, so we decided to go to dinner after. He suggested this expensive restaurant that was way out of my budget. I declined his offer to go to the expensive restaurant, but proceeded to suggest some date-appropriate but much less expensive restaurants to go to. He insisted that we go to the expensive one. By expensive, I mean at least $500 per menu item. Seems a lot. She says, I repeatedly declined that we go. He told me throughout the whole time that he would pay, but I continuously told him no. He tried to convince me to go to this restaurant for at least 45 minutes before I finally agreed. Hey, dude, consent, man. Come on, consent, bro. She says, I finally agreed, and once we finished eating our food, he asked the waiter to split the bill, in all caps. Keep in mind, he repeatedly insisted that if we go to this restaurant, he'd pay. I could not afford the bill whatsoever. I'm a 20-year-old broke college student. However, I paid and left immediately without speaking a word to him. This man had the nerve to message me that night and ask if I wanted to go on a second date. When I said no and explained why, he called me a gold digger. I would have gladly paid and gone on a second date with him if he agreed to go to the less expensive restaurant and hadn't deceived me. He's been telling people that I'm a gold digger. Based off of what I said, am I the one in the wrong?
I think the only way you're in the wrong is that you paid.
Yeah,
I
no, you're
would've
not in the wrong at all on this. Especially that you
straight up.
paid. Especially because she paid her into that in the bill. It's like, bro, I said I didn't want to go this because it was expensive as fuck, and then you said that I like. How are you a gold digger if you paid your half to the restaurant that you
Straight
said
up.
was too expensive?
Straight up, even if the bill time came and the guy goes, I don't have enough to cover this. I'm sorry. You told me to come and said you would cover
Right?
it, knowing how expensive it was. I'm gonna leave now.
And he said that he would get it. Yeah.
You can wash fucking dishes in the back, you fucking ass. I would have. I mean, all these things probably go into why I'm single and how I treat people. But I would have just
Good point, yeah.
no. I would have made a show of it in the fucking restaurant at that point when he was like, "Oh, let's split the bill." I would have been, we fucking absolutely will not be splitting.
Like,
this
remember
bill.
you said, yeah.
You
Do you remember
begged
me
me-
saying I couldn't afford this, and you said it's cool, I'll pay for it. Like, that's why we are here, because you wouldn't shut up about it for 45 minutes. I
Yeah.
offered. She gave him multiple. She did everything she could, like as an out. Pretty much like, okay, gave him other options. These are less expensive places. Let's do this. She seemed like she was having a good time, and then this is the deal breaker, and it's like, bro. But like, I think a lot of dudes just don't do well with rejection. I get that, and like, as every dude, it's like anybody that's been shot down, you're like, fucking, she didn't fucking know she was dealing with, man, dumb bitch. Like, everybody's thought that. Everybody's thought like, yeah, she doesn't understand, man. And it's like, that's just his reaction. I don't really like. They call you a gold digger though. Weird play, because like you're absolutely the opposite of that, since you did pay. If you were like, fuck you, I'm out, I'm not doing this, and you walked off and even stuck him with the bill, I wouldn't even say you were wrong in that, because you didn't want to go to this place. You said you couldn't afford this place. You're a fucking 20-year-old college student. You said, so shout out to us for one, getting the college demographic right now, at least. But but yeah, no, you're not at fault for this. Nothing, you were not in the wrong in any way, shape, or form at all in this. And the fact that like he reached out to you, you weren't like, oh, that was great, yeah, thank you so much, ha ha ha, and like you didn't string him on. You were very direct and to the point, like, hey, I said this. I said I didn't want to go to that place. I said I couldn't afford it. Then you said you'd pay for it. Then when you didn't pay for it, I had to pay for it. I don't want to go out on a second date with you because you already made up shit to me. Like, you've already lied to her. She said deceived. You already deceived her at once. Like, yeah, you're golden. You're golden,
This is
girl.
just astronomically ridiculous. Like,
Fuck
first
that
of
guy.
all, First
Don't
of all,
really fuck him, but like fuck that guy. You know,
this is a continuation of the first date. Guys pay 100% of at least the first couple dates. At least the first like 3 or 4 days. Like once
you
you've been
can't
dating for a
offer to
little
do
while,
it, and then you can't offer to do it and then pull that back after she was like, okay, I'll go because you said you're gonna do that. And it's like she did go specifically because you said, I'm not gonna shut up about it for 45 minutes, basically, and then also like I will pay for it. Like that's not the only reason she went. Like if she was like, girls gotta eat, you know, like then yeah, okay. A little like she wasn't at all that way.
No, I mean, especially if girl or guy, if you propose the very expensive restaurant, you're like, this is where we're gonna go.
Item on a
this is where we're gonna go.
Psycho.
Dude, psycho. But like, even if you're a guy and the chick's like, we should go here, I'm like, that's $500 a person. We're not going there. I bet if you want to go there, you can pay for it. If that's the place that you want to go to eat and it's that ridiculously expensive, you have to assume that you're going to pay for it.
I want to know how old he was. Amy, follow up. How old? Like,
That's,
like was this guy older than you? Was he like if he was like rich or like I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. I'm not saying you had any ulterior motives or anything, but it's like I feel like he also went and was like, fuck, that is expensive. But
this
like,
sounds like a dude who's just out of college, got a good job, can afford to pay for shit like this, but then saw the final bill was like $1,400 and was like, let's split it.
I spent
because also it has to be a dude who's like, I can't see him being older than 25 because I can't see a dude older than 25 going, no, I'm going to pay. Wait, let's split it. And the next day still going, hey, you want to meet up again? Let's try and fuck. No! Like, are you out of your fucking mind? This is the craziest. I want to kick this guy's ass.
I definitely think it was like an older guy, maybe like 40. But what I'm wondering is,
I feel like if he was 40 though, I don't think a 40 I think a 40-year-old just eats that bill and he's not going to be like, let's split it. I think somebody that's like 30 and below, like the guy had to be college age or just out of college age, like Pat was saying, in my opinion, because
30's even too
that's
old.
The guy that's like, shit, that's very expensive. And like then he got hesitant and he had to go back on it. But like to try and flex like that, like you're trying, Ted Lasso did love bombing when you really just like buy expensive gifts for somebody. Like that's what you're doing. You're trying to be like, bro, she's gonna want me so bad because I bought all the expensive things. I bet he had like a really nice car that he showed up in that he leases.
It's all the details. It's like if you're 40 and you're on a date with a 20-year-old, yeah, you're not pulling that shit to try and split the bill. But to have the audacity to say, I'm gonna pay, last second go split the bill and still have the balls the next day to be like, dude, let's do that again.
Unless he got like offered at dinner or some shit.
Gotta be fucking or maybe it's either, like I said, it's either like 24, 25 right out of college, but got a good paying job, or just rich as fuck. They're maybe 20, 21 like she is, still in college, but just loaded, like just has family money. And the bill came and was like, daddy's gonna be mad at me if I spend another $1,600 on sushi this week.
I really hope she follows up because I am curious about that. What I'm really curious about,
I need a follow-up.
Is so they went to this place that's $500 per menu item. So it sounds like a really fancy place.
Right?
And beforehand they were at the beach.
Went straight from the beach.
What are you wearing at the beach that's appropriate to wear at this fancy restaurant? Like, did you go to the beach in like a cocktail dress and he was wearing a tuxedo? What are you wearing?
Well, no, I mean, it just because it's that expensive doesn't mean like it could be.
Yeah,
it could be like a sushi place. Like shit like that can get very high end.
$500 a plate though is a lot of money. Like even a really nice restaurant, and like if she's 20, she can't be drinking. So I'm assuming unless he's pounding drinks, like he's not spending money on alcohol. It's more food, and like that is a lot of money to spend.
I would not spend, and I know this is me. I'm very cheap. I'm a fucking. I would not spend $500 a plate on the night I was going to propose to a woman.
Yeah, I think we're all in agreement on this, though. Yeah, like the guy doing this on the first date, you dodged a bullet. Yeah, good move not going back out with him. You're not a gold digger at all. We could speculate all day on like what could have gone down at the dinner, but she said, based on what I have told you, Was I at fault? No, not at all. Not one bit. That guy was a scumbag. And he was really like just trying to show off. I feel like he was trying to flex. He couldn't flex, which is why he ended up splitting the bill because he couldn't pay for it all, it seems like. And then like to call you a gold digger when you did pay your half at the restaurant you didn't want to go to because it was so expensive. Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Also, if somebody's trying to convince you for 45 minutes, maybe at that point you should make, no, you know, like I'm really not that hungry. Like I had a great day. Let's meet up again, later this week, but I'm getting tired. I'd like to go home. Yeah, this is just, and I understand there are weird things with dating with women when they're like, oh, I'm with a guy and I don't want to make him mad because it's scary because guys are pieces of shit.
He seems like a good.
But like everything about this, I want to meet this guy. And
I think Amy.
Punch him in the fucking nose.
If we get more questions like this, maybe this could be like our spin-off OnlyFans podcast.
Right? Relationship advice with the Gravy Gang.
Oh, I'm great at advice.
I think we're good at that. Yeah. I
Those
love
that
that
can't
question.
teach.
Like ladies that have any dating questions like that, hit us up. No, you are not the gold digger. You are not at all at fault, Amy. Go off, queen. Show up at a Pass the Gravy event. Show up at a Pass the Gravy event, and we'll pair you up with an eligible bachelor from the Gravy Gang, right? Who knows? No promises, but you'll be part of the Gravy Gang. Be welcomed in. Just get on Twitter. It's up on Twitter.
You know, Amy.
Respond to the emails though. Like follow up.
How long is it until the Mila meet?
February next year, so a while.
Oh, so it's well. If you're still single next year, Amy, get in on that.
Danielle Weston writes in with our next one. Shout out again, Amy. That was awesome. That was maybe the longest question you ever had.
That was awesome. That was great.
Danielle Weston writes in with our next one. She's at Danny_Weston on Twitter, and she says, if you had to switch places with someone, would you prefer the Freaky Friday method or the hot chick method? Just bodies or bodies and lives? I think you got to go all the way in that one. I want the life. Like if I'm switching bodies, because I thought, what was it? White chick?
What was
hot chick?
What's the difference between bodies and bodies and lives? You're still in their body. You're living their life. I don't get the difference.
Yeah. I was thinking white chicks instead of hot chicks. And I was like, wait, white chicks are just dressed up.
No, the hot chick is when Rob Schneider becomes Rachel McAdams.
And he lives her life though, right?
Yeah. But because he's
Friday,
in her body and she's in his body.
I want all of it.
Freaky Friday,
famous.
they both
that'd
also
be cool to be a famous person. So yeah, I would want the whole thing.
Yeah, that'd be dope. I mean, I if I had to pick one of the two, I would take the hot chick, and then I would just be a really hot Rachel McAdams, and I'd be a lesbian. That sounds pretty fucking dope.
So Freaky Friday method, or no, hot chick method.
Maybe I'm missing. I don't understand the difference between switching bodies and lives. Like if you're in their body, you're in their life.
In somebody else's body, but you're living your life.
Are you talking? Oh, maybe she just means they're in your body living their life, or you're in their body living your life. Dude, okay. I would take, I'm going to switch with Channing Tatum and still live my life. I just want to look like Channing Tatum. That sounds pretty fucking sweet to me. I don't want their life. I really fucking I don't know what their life is. I don't know what their routine is.
I think you got to go all the way. You
I don't know. I feel like just looking like Channing Tatum would be enough for me.
Robert, what would you do?
I think you got to go all the way.
All the way. Yeah, that's why you're swapping.
That makes sense to me. But also, there's problems that arise with that. All of a sudden, you switch lives with Channing Tatum, and you start making out with a chick, and then all of a sudden, your fucking 6-month girlfriend or 3.5-year girlfriend comes up behind you and stabs you in the back of the head because you're cheating on her in public.
Tatum's girlfriend, so you're good.
Hold up, but you didn't know you were even in a relationship, so then you get stabbed. There's problems. I would just like to look like Channing Tatum.
No.
And I would just walk into a bar and be like, ladies, here you go.
Good question, Danielle. Our next one is from Brett Brandon at Price of a ZJ on Twitter. This is an interesting one. Brett says, would you rather give the first 90% or the last 10% of a blowjob? To clarify, this is to completion. So would you rather give the first 90% of a blowjob or the last 10%? The last 10%, I believe he did specify like you could he said you could wear it or you could ingest it, but like it's one of those. So like you'd spit, swallow, or it's gotta be on your face. You can't just like, because somebody's like, could you just redirect it? No, you gotta do the other one. Now, I No pun intended. Thought about this long and hard. But I feel like initially everybody's gonna be like the first 90%. I am not confident in my blowjob ability to think that I would be able to get through the first 90% fast enough to where you would hit the last 10%. I feel like I would be much better just like you can it's got to be way faster the last 10%. You get the job done, you just clean up, you get out of there. 90% like that, who knows how long that takes?
I mean,
You're not good at it. If you're not good at it, you're just down there. Like that's a long time, man. I feel like it's quicker if you just get it over with. Just get it over with. The last 10. Less work. There's cleanup, but less work.
You say it's less work, but you gotta that last 10, that effort has got to be consistent and fucking going.
But it's 90% less effort.
Or else you fall out of it.
No, see, because to me, it's like you've got the 90% is like getting them there basically. The 10% is just the finish.
So you think you just got to come in and go, and then
it's like when you have two chicks, you have the two chicks with one guy, and like the one does all the work, and then the other one just goes and finishes, and it's like she just kind of hops on there, like the job's almost done, you just got to take it home. It's like, yeah, I think you could just take it home, right? Like it's the grosser one. It's the grosser one, but I feel like time wise, I think I would be way worse with a 90%.
Here's the horrible part about my thinking is being someone that's had a penis for 32 years, almost 33 now. I think I'd be good at the first 90. I think I could fucking get you there very quickly. I think I'm still
suck a lot of dicks or anything. Like I don't really like that's
nope.
Not like a practice I have.
Nope.
I don't think I would be in the habit of. I wouldn't know.
I got a lot of confidence. I've got a lot of hubris. I've never sucked a dick before. But I'm also willing to bet I'd be pretty good at it. Being someone who has it's just like every girl is like, if you just take the average guy and the average girl, well, the average girl is probably better at eating pussy. Because even if she's never done it, she fucking got one. So she knows what she's doing. And every girl's different, blah, blah. Here's the thing. Not every dick is different. 99% of dicks are the fucking same. I think I'd be good enough to make the first 90 not last as long. I think I'd still rather take the last 10.
Yeah.
As bad as that will be, you know what? If you had to do one, and it's not even a gun to your head, because I'd be like, oh, fucking probably just shoot me. It's a gun to my fucking mother's head. And you have to choose one. You're like, all right, well, I'll fucking, because also as confident as I was in the first 90, that last 10, I think I can get it over with quick.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll be a little
less.
Traumatized, but you know what?
90% less.
What have I done my whole life? I'll fucking drink through it. I'll get a little mouthwash. I'll sit in the shower for like 14 or 15 straight hours. And I'll just mentally get rid of it and then drink my way out of it.
Robert, what would you go with?
Yeah, I guess the 10% makes the most sense.
I'm actually shocked that Robert answered this.
I get why that's the trap. I get why the last 10 is the trap, because it's like, well, you got to do something with it at the end. It's like, but
yeah, you got a mouthful of
literally 90% less. So
you got a mouthful of salty fucking clam juice.
That's the way you go, right? You just do that and you spit it out, right?
Yeah.
If you get it on your face, like you got to clean your face up. It's gonna be on like my facial hair and stuff. That seems like a lot. Like, yeah.
Well, first of all, no, I have to assume it's in your mouth, because if the option is on the face, yes, spray it on my face.
That seems.
Are you fucking
cleanup? Honestly,
you can't taste it on your face, dude.
That's true.
And also,
you just drink through it. You just take a shot right after.
There's protein in cum. It's actually good for your skin and your complexion.
Exfoliating.
Like, dude, if you tell me that they can finish on my face, without a doubt, it's the final 10. Without a doubt, it's the final 10. The only thing that makes it a discussion is the fact that at the end of this, you're going to have a mouthful of cum. I'm actually just shocked we got Robert to answer this. I thought he would have just been like, I can't hear you guys.
Well, I had to phrase it. I had to phrase it in a way I knew he would answer it, where I was like, would you rather do the last 10 or the first 90? So he answered it, but in a Robert appropriate way to answer it.
Yeah, dude.
That was a good question, Brett. And I feel like I didn't think we would all agree on one way at all, but like we did. So good for us.
Yeah. And like I said, I'm confident that I can make the first 90 last not
I
that
just
long,
don't think it
but
would be good at the first 90.
fucking double hand twist, dude. Just fucking get after it.
Alex O writes in, he's at Alex McThunder1 on Twitter, and Alex O says, power rank these sodas. He gives us Pepsi, Coca-Cola, Sprite, Dr. Pepper, and root beer. I will go first. I feel like I know how both of you guys are gonna go, but
You don't.
I don't know. Coca-Cola 1-1, Sprite 2, Dr. Pepper 3, root beer 4, and Pepsi last because Pepsi's just last in those.
I'll go next. I'm gonna go root beer 1. It's been my favorite soda since.
And we already are pro Pib over Pepper, anyways, on this podcast. We've already come out against that a couple months ago.
You are.
Well,
I never agreed to that.
You did.
I don't. Well, I don't remember that. I don't remember that. I don't remember that. I think you fucking blackmailed me. I'm gonna go 1 root beer. Root beer is my favorite. It fucking is. I fucking love root beer. It's the best. It's delicious. It's creamy. There's like 9 different types of root beer, and they're all fucking great. There's 1 Coca-Cola. So shut up. Number 2, yeah, I'll go Pepper 2. Pepper's great. 3, I'm going Pepsi. I don't understand the hate towards Pepsi. I don't understand why people shit on it like it's fucking Creed.
It's not
actually, that I understand. They shit on it because it's popular to shit on it, but it's still fucking great. People can shit on Creed all they want. Creed has bangers. Pepsi, I don't know why everyone shits on it. Like it was bad. I don't know. My grandfather used to buy Pepsi. Pepsi's delicious. It's sweeter. It's great. I'm going to go 4 Sprite, 5 Coca-Cola. Coke is great. All these are great.
Besides Pepsi,
I don't like Coke is not as great as it. Like it's not a 1-1 choice. It's simply fucking not. It just
the OG,
it has the
man.
brand recognition. Yes, it's the OG. You know what else was the OG? Racism. We don't fucking subscribe to that anymore, man.
It wasn't really the OG.
I mean,
it
kind of fucking was.
It wasn't.
Slavery was the OG labor force.
Like,
we don't fucking do that anymore.
That wasn't the OG choice. I don't know
Love
about
a
you,
labor
but, like,
force. Yeah, it fucking was.
When I grew up, we didn't call like, "Hey, do you want a soft drink? Do you want a soda?" We just called everything a Coke.
Well, you grew up in Atlanta,
Coke, and you would just like you called it a Coke, and it was like a Sprite was a Coke.
That was
Dr.
Atlanta.
Pepper
That's
is a Coke. That wasn't just
South.
Atlanta. There's a lot of places that do. There's a lot of people I know that have called everything Coke.
My family didn't do that.
But you don't call it a Pepsi. It was never that. It was never. It was a Coke or a soda.
I never grew up.
Coke gets that recognition. Fucking what?
Coke gets that recognition in the South.
I am the goddamn Yankees. I am motherfucking Coca-Cola.
Yeah, I never got that far in the show.
Coca-Cola.
I understand it, but like if you were to just like take someone that has never had any of these,
they're gonna take Coke.
I don't think Coke is gonna be their first pick.
All right, my number 1, Coke, Coca-Cola.
Nice.
Number 2, Sprite. Number 3, Pepsi. Number 4, root beer. Number 5, Dr. Pepper.
You got Dr. Pepper 5? Oh, shit.
I always forget. We've been across this a couple times. Hi, Sam. Robert is a DP hater.
I'm not a DP. I don't think he's a DP hater. I don't think I'm a DP hater. I do think that DP is overrated for as good as everybody makes it seem like. It's like, I love Whataburger. I think Whataburger is overrated for how great everybody makes it seem to be. Really good food. I love Whataburger. But like people are like, oh my God, how could you eat anything else with Whataburger? It's like, because Whataburger is fast food to me. It's good fast food.
Yeah.
But it's fast food.
It's I mean,
Dr. Pepper is good, but it's not a lifestyle
change because of the variety that Whataburger gives you. I'm not going to say that it's the best fucking fast food burger.
But people like live their lives by Dr. Pepper.
Because that's Texas.
I'm just saying Pib's better.
Because it's Texas.
Pib's better.
Pib's not better.
Pib's absolutely better. You've said it too.
I don't remember how you fucking
we have you on video saying it.
You coerced me into that somehow. I don't. But
you can't walk it back now. You've already said it. You can't go both ways. What are you, a politician? Flip flopping all around.
I mean, I think I would be a good politician.
Ooh,
that was
Bobby getting a little action.
That was the sweetest thing ever. For those of you that aren't watching, yeah, Sam she's been walking back and forth behind the camera. She just snuck around, gave him a little peck on the cheek.
Action. Now he's all rosy cheeked. Look at it. He's all blushed.
Look at him. He's blushing.
That
was so cute.
Actually,
I didn't stick on. I think you gotta.
I think so. Yeah.
No, leave it. That was cool.
As she was doing that, she had texted me asking if I can do something, and I told her no, I'm podcasting. So that was awkward.
That was awesome.
Confirmed.
That was awesome.
Robert, kiss haver, kiss getter. Yeah, okay. So those power ranking sodas. Yeah, that was interesting. I liked everybody on Alex's question on Twitter. They were replying with their own. A lot of people upset that Mountain Dew wasn't on there. Mountain Dew would have not been. Anyway, it would have been last.
Dude. What?
Mountain Dews are not good.
Dude, Dew is. Did you forget what it was like to be in junior high playing video games?
Yeah, I never was a Mountain Dew guy. I was a Coke guy.
Wow.
But yeah, besides. Alexis Garcia at Alexis Texas _ on Twitter writes in with our next one, and she says, "Is the thumbs up emoji the most passive aggressive emoji?"
Not even close.
I thought that too, and then I looked through the emojis and I was like, no, because there's like sometimes when you just get the thumbs up, it's just like the got it, chief. And I don't think it's always meant passive aggressive, but it's always taken passive aggressive sometimes because you're like,
heard,
fucking got it, man.
That's just. Okay, I saw this. Gotcha.
What is the most passive aggressive one then? Because I was trying to think of what else would be.
It's the side eyes. It's the eyes looking to the side without a doubt, because that could mean, did you see this, or oh my god, or dude, the side eyes can mean.
That's not passive aggressive. That's more like I'm on to you. That's not passive at all. It's like, very like forward like, being aggressive.
You're doing that. Oh, you're doing that. And then they're like, well, what do you mean by that? I didn't say anything. I just put the emoji. I didn't say anything. I just put the eyes emoji, but I didn't say anything. Why would you think I meant anything by it?
You did say something. You said the emoji.
But you didn't say anything.
No, I think that's the thumbs up is the most passive aggressive, because you can just end a conversation. It's the K of emojis.
Never in my life.
K is very passive aggressive.
Never in my life have I seen the thumbs up and thought anything other than they were like, okay. Yeah, just
I reply with thumbs up sometimes, but I can see how it would be looked at as passive aggressive. I think it is. Unless you can tell me a better one, and it's not the side eye. Side eye is more aggressive than anything.
But you're saying it without saying it. That's what makes it passive aggressive.
No, but you're saying it by sending a message. Saying it is doing that. Sending an emoji, that's a message. So you did send something. So you're saying it with an emoji. So you're saying
you're saying it without clear words. You're just like, and they're like, well, what does that mean? You're like,
a thumbs up is also without clear words too.
But I'm with Pat. Like I've never seen a thumbs up and I thought anything other than just that person saying okay.
Yeah, I think if you see the thumbs up and you read into it,
I think people read into it. That's what I think it's the most read into. Like K, because K to me, whenever you say, if you text me a K, you're basically saying fuck you.
If you read into a thumbs up, you're an asshole. I'll go that far. If you send a thumbs up that isn't meant for anything other than thumbs up, and if you read into a thumbs up anything other than thumbs up, you're a paranoid asshole. Just fucking it means okay.
A lot of times people try and thumbs up it. They'll thumbs up stuff though when they're just trying not to talk to somebody. And then
when I use it, it's like we're having a conversation and it's come to its end. It's like, okay, well, then we'll pick this up tomorrow. Okay. It's just a thumbs up because it's like, I'm not going to send another message because then you might want to feel the need to send a message back to that. And then I feel the need to send.
I'm just going to send you that as passive aggressive.
I saw it. You know what it is? It's when you work in a restaurant and someone's like, hey, we're 86 this. Heard. That's what the thumbs up is. Is like, okay, I heard you. But
I can see how people read it as passive aggressive.
There's nothing that needs to come back from this. No, it's just not.
Then name me another one. It's not the side eye because the side eye ain't it.
It is the side eye.
It's not the side eye. That's judging. That's judge. That's the pass. That's the aggressive.
I don't know. It seems like we have two people on here that are against the thumbs up. So
Robert is. Then what is it? What is it if it's not the side eye? Then
I think it could be the thinking one.
I've just never seen that used in any passive or outwardly aggressive way.
Yeah, see, that's why, like, if you can't, like, I couldn't think of a better emoji, and until you can think of a better one, then, like, to me, I can understand how it'd be perceived as thumbs up, even though 99.9% of the time it is not meant as a passive aggressive thing. I think it can be the most passive aggressive.
Yeah, but that's just like such a weird argument. Like, we could say that same thing about I can say that about the thinking emoji. I can see how people can find that passive aggressive.
Hey, is saying good morning the most passive aggressive greeting that you can say to somebody?
No.
Good morning. Well, what did you mean by that? I meant fucking good morning. What the fuck are you talking about? Hey, see you later. Was that passive aggressive? Everything can be, but you have to be a fucking ridiculous asshole to think thumbs up means yeah, damn yeah. Like, no, just
All right,
stop.
well,
Not everything's about
we're
you.
split on this. I agree with you, Alexis, that the thumbs up is the most passive aggressive emoji. Apparently, Robert and Pat think differently, but
All I learned from
didn't
this
really have
is that
other stuff
Alexis uses that
We did
passive
have other
aggressively.
stuff. But
That's
you
what I
wouldn't
learned.
accept it.
they didn't accept. I didn't accept.
No. What I learned from this is that if you get a thumbs up from Alexis, she's being passive aggressive to you. Nobody would ask this question if they don't use it passive aggressively.
Or they think other people use it passive aggressively towards them.
So Alexis, you need to fucking change up your mindset. All right.
All right. Last question of the week from Brandon Davis. He's also known as Texas Cat Daddy, but his Twitter handle is at a stream of cream. And Brandon says, when do a bunch of grains of sand become a pile of sand?
As soon as they get on top of one another. Grains of sand can be spread out evenly.
It's like porn where it's like, I don't know exactly how to explain it, but I know it when I see it. And this is one of those. And I think that it is when you can see a mound forming. That is a pile.
Yeah.
When you can hold it in your hand.
Any sort of like where you can see some stackage on it, where you can see any sort of mounding of it. Yeah.
Robert, you can hold 5 grains of sand in your hand.
Right, but when you start to see a little mound in your hand,
grains of
yeah,
sand in your
a lot of
hand.
times it's just a bunch of tiny little baby sands. But then when you start to see it, and then you start to see a mound on top of it, so there's the grains. You don't really see a lot, but then when it starts stacking up, you see a little tiny mound, no matter how big the mound is.
Once they start compiling on top of each other, if they're spread out flat, grains. If they're on top of each other, it becomes a mound. But I like yours.
Mound, that's the pile.
It's like porn. You know when you see it.
When you see the pile or the mound, that's the pile. So that's what it's got to do. It's got to form a mound, and then it's a pile.
Yeah.
So there we go. Great question, Brandon. Great question by everybody. I love this answer segment. It was one of my favorite ones we've done. I thought this was a solid pod, everybody. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. Please, if you haven't watched the video version, go and hit the play on that video version at least. Make sure you subscribe to Pass Grade Podcast on YouTube if you haven't. If you've been watching the video version, make sure you go and subscribe to the audio version and hit play on that. Just give us the clicks, guys. Help us out. At Pass Grade Pod is where you can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Don't forget to follow us on TikTok. Go and tell us how funny we are on all the videos. We're trying to do some numbers on TikTok and get our numbers up there. Go like our Facebook page as well. I'm at Alex J. Milton. Pat's at not Pat Dan. Robert is at Robert Barbosa 03. Robert has a podcast called A Recent Study Suggests with his girlfriend that left that little kiss mark on his cheek. Sam. They do a new episode every single Monday. You can check it out wherever you're listening to this podcast. And then I also have I'm on New York Giants Rush every couple of Mondays. You can go follow the NY Rush YouTube account. And I'm also on the Claret Big Blue podcast every Tuesday. You can watch us live at 5 Central Time on the Claret and Big Blue podcast YouTube channel. You guys are awesome. Please share us with a friend. Have a great rest of your week. We love you guys. And until we talk to you next time, pass the gravy. Yeah, bitches.
Shorty hopping my boob and